got horribly electrocuted, and then I don't remember
Just a little bit.
exactly how you guys managed. I think she just came to the door. But anyways, that's where we're going to start tonight. And uh you uh hear somebody like walk up to the door, and she slides a um like a like a slidable, you know what I'm talking about, where you can like kind of like a peephole, and
Oh
she
yeah.
looks out, and um Caden, as you kind of like see through this peephole, all you can kind of see is the eyes, and you kind of can recognize them. They look very familiar, but do you think that you would be able to recognize Abigail
No.
with just her eyes?
No.
So go ahead and roll a perception check just to see if you happen to recognize
Okay. Hold on. I'm opening my character sheet. I should have had that open. Give it a second.
her. No worries.
The dramatic pause.
Dum dum dum.
Oh. Page is unresponsive.
Oh.
Hold on, it's coming. Yeah, it's just my computer. It's
Yeah, did something happen to it, or is it just
yeah.
like
It had malware a few
mm,
weeks ago. I got rid of the malware, but I don't think it's been the same since.
watching all that porn?
Yeah, something. I think honestly, I think it's the anime that I was watching.
Probably because those sites are
Yeah,
just as bad.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Because Pornhub is pretty fucking safe,
Yeah, honestly,
and I don't
I
really
agree.
veer anywhere outside of that.
Why would you when Pornhub's so good?
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. All right. Anyways, I'm recording. uh,
We are not sponsored, but hey, we would take them.
Absolutely.
what I say is not a reflection of the company I work for. God damn it! I refreshed it, and like every time I open my character sheet, it freezes.
That's weird. I wonder. Yeah. Anyways, I guess
Ah,
this is.
unresponsive.
Oh.
Roll for
I
me.
guess.
Roll a
They're
d20 plus 0.
Yeah. Okay. I got you. A 10. So no, you don't recognize her. So you see these eyes that kind of look at you, and they kind of there's these green eyes in her. She narrows her eyes and says, "Wasn't expecting you. I knew that I should have wrapped that nincompoop's brain in much tighter webs. I guess the damage is done, but go around back. Maybe I can mitigate some of it." And she closes the.
I'm looking very confused.
Um, well, I guess we'll go around back. Well, she did sound familiar. I still don't know who
You
the
think
fuck she is.
you think you
All
might
right.
know her?
No, I definitely know her. She said it. She sounds familiar. Her
Hmm.
eyes look familiar. But you know me, I'm not really good with remembering faces.
All right. Well, watch your step on the way back, and don't touch any of the walls, or you might get shocked.
Yeah. Hands in his pocket.
We'll head around the back.
Uh, so as you guys start to head around the back, you have to cross over like a canal that kind of goes around the side of the house. And as you get to the back, you see kind of like a wooden door. And as you walk up to the door, it opens, and you see this.
What the fuck?
You want to try and like clear our hatch and all that stuff, keys. Mind you, also like re-put in all your passwords and shit.
So you see this person open the door, and Caden, you recognize Abigail, but the difference is she has a full body now. She's wearing like a blue dress with like a high collar, and you see that she has a choker, kind of like a golden choker around her neck,
Nice.
and you can see uh, the faint kind of glow of something that just barely peeks over the rim of the choker,
Oh.
glowing all the way around her neck, and you her sleeves kind of go like halfway down her arms, and her arms are like very like pale skinned, um and she has long like dainty fingers, and long kind of thin legs, and she's very slim, and she looks at you guys standing there and kind of looks you up and down, and she says, "Oh, I must have forgot that it was Halloween. So what do we have here? An old thief playing to be a wizard, a princess pretending to be a cleric, and what might you be?" And she kind of like looks down at you, Iris, and she says, "A vampire? Maybe a necromancer?"
I'm just an
Oh,
orphan.
and she kind of smiles at you and says, "Well, you've already done the damage. Might as well come in. I've got tea I've got the kettle on the oven." And she turns and walks into the room.
I'm sure we are all, I mean, at least me and Iris are both like stunned, like looking at each other,
I don't like her.
and looking to Kaden. So you do know her.
Yeah, I know her, and I'm almost as confused as you guys, regardless.
Okay.
Get this out of the way. I think Caden had said earlier that he probably would have gave us a general idea about who Abigail is.
On
Yeah.
the walk around. Oh,
Just like
yeah,
no,
earlier, yeah, in general.
It was originally, it was when we were at, I was thinking about it, and it's when we were going through that town where where Ayla had almost died, and
Yes.
where she did die, where Ayla died at. That's around the
Mhm.
time, I think, before we went into that town. I had talked about it. Like there
so
was
we
like
have
a story beat,
general idea.
and most of that was because of Celestina's character. Like I was like, oh, here's all my backstory.
Yes, I remember. Yeah. But yeah, so as you guys are kind of standing at the door, she kind of looks over and her shoulder, and she says, "Well, come on. I might have some rock candy in a drawer if that's what you're waiting for."
Rock
Not particularly. The tea, fine.
She kind of motions at a table, and as you kind of look in, um, it's kind of like a stark contrast between the kind of dilapidated exterior and this kind of pristine interior, which is very clean of all dust and things like that. There's a table kind of in the corner next to like a small kind of kitchen, um, and there's like a desk kind of in the far corner that looks like it's been well used. It's got papers and um, notes and books kind of open with bookmarks and things like that. She has like a fairly extensive set of bookshelves with books lined along the wall. Um, and you guys kind of enter, and what do you do?
There's a table.
I'm gonna look to Kaden because this is clearly we're taken aback. This is not how we thought it was going. So I'm just like,
Yeah. Is there? You said there's a table or no?
Yes, there's a table with 4 chairs around it.
How many of us
Should
are
we
there?
just give you
4 of us?
2 a minute?
yeah, there's 4 of us.
There's
Not
going
enough
to
chairs
be
for everyone.
yeah. No, there's only 3 of you
Oh.
And
3
then
of
plus
us and
her.
1 of her.
plus her.
Oh, okay. I'm dumb. I'll walk up to the table, pull a chair out, because honestly, Caden doesn't really know what he's doing right now. He's kind of lost in the sauce. She's like, table, chair. I know how to use that.
All right, so I'll follow suit then.
Garis will too, and once she sits down, she's gonna just. Can I tell how out of it Caden is right now? Do you appear pretty friggin'?
Yeah, I think because someone he thought was like unobtainable
Long gone.
is here, has a body one, and me he feels like I feel like he would feel like it's surreal or like he's in a dream, and he's trying to like come to his senses at the moment.
Ours just wave her hand in front of Caden.
Yeah.
Are
Uh,
you going to be okay? We need you to be here.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's happening.
So, tell me, how do you know our friend Kaden?
so she's while all this is going on, she's playing with the picking up cups, and she picks up a kettle, and she turns around as you ask that, and she says, "Oh, me and this one, we go way back." And she kind of winks at you, and she walks up to the or not you, Ayla, but at Caden, and she walks up to the table, and she sets down 3 cups in front of you, Iris. Uh, and then she sets down a cup in front of Ayla and another one in front of Caden, and sits down, and she says, "So, from the look on your face, Orsic, you weren't expecting to see me." And she kind of crosses her legs and kind of leans back and kind of smiles at you.
No. See you. Yeah, definitely not. Also, see you with the body even lower on the list.
This
And
is the floating head you were talking about.
Yeah.
as you say her body, and she says, "So, do you like it?"
How did you get here?
Where?
We'll get to that. Don't worry. And she says, "But first, I've been waiting to do this for 5 years, and well, it appears you've spent some time in the Feywild. Is that where you met this other stray?" And she kind of nods her head towards you, Ayla. And she says, "The last time I saw you, you were fighting to the death against a hideous lich, and I must say, I'm happy to see that you're alive." And she says, "But I've been waiting to do this for 5 years." She steps up and walks up to you and grabs you by the back of the head and kisses you.
She would.
And I'm just like staring and I'm looking at Iris like, the heck?
Do you kiss her back, or is it
No.
kind of like a?
I think his eyes are open. Like, what the fuck? And he doesn't like push her away, but he pulls his head back. You know what I mean?
And
Thanks. You could have done
she
that
kind
when you
of
were ahead.
she kind of opens her eyes, and she says, like, kind of shrugs and says, "Huh, not as good as I thought it'd be."
I mean, you gotta
And
build up to those things.
and she stands up and walks back and sits down, and she says, "So, if Krabs isn't here, I guess I'm to believe that you managed to get around my spells."
I ran into one.
Yes.
Oh. I'm thinking of the door. You're talking about something completely different.
We didn't get past that one so easily.
And she looks at you, Caden. She says, "You've never been the brightest bulb."
I've gotten complacent. I was better before.
She says, "So, how'd you get past it? Did you offer him something?"
We punched him.
Yeah.
It was very satisfying.
And she kind of looks at you for a second, and like kind of makes kind of like an ew face, and she says, "If that's what you're into, little girl, that's fine with me." So, Caden, why are you here? I must say, I expected better from you. I was hoping to see you a couple of nights ago with something that I tasked you to retrieve for me. I guess I overestimated your abilities. I guess you've declined in your old age.
Probably would have had it if somebody stole it first. And you know who that is.
And on top of it, we didn't know who wanted to use Caden's abilities. We weren't just going to steal something for somebody we didn't know. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we probably would have never given it to you.
Yeah, we probably would have just stolen and kept it.
She kind of looks at the two of you and kind of rolls her eyes. She says, well, it's too late now anyways, and the reason that I didn't want you to show up here is you are on Xander's radar, and of course now people know that you've come here, and I was trying to keep a low profile. So thank you for that. I do appreciate you potentially blowing my cover, but am I to guess that if you're here and if you're here, then Lindell offered you the book? Are you the ones that I'm supposed to be paying?
Yes.
However,
So where is it?
I
Alright,
did have a
Iris will
question.
slide over a book.
alternate reality from last time.
Is it what book?
Iris is actually gonna pull the book back a little bit before handing it all the way over. Where's the money?
Which book is it?
It's definitely the decoy book.
The decoy book?
I was about to spill the beans, and I was like, "I'll shut up now."
So, are you gonna try to as you're sitting there, you feel the book start to tug away from you?
Iris is gonna grip it harder.
Okay, roll a strength check.
20.
So
I don't have disadvantage.
Whew.
you try to capture the book, but it like rips out of your hands and flies towards her, and she lifts her hand up and catches it. And without like touching the pages, the book opens and kind of like starts flipping through the pages. And without even kind of like glancing at it for a second, it flies kind of up in the air. The pages kind of ruffle and then it closes and then slides back onto the table next to you. And she says, so where's the real one?
I, of course, wouldn't bring it in person. We weren't exactly here to make the deal. We're just here to talk today.
I don't know if you guys realize what you guys are dealing with.
Perhaps you could tell us and enlighten us.
And she kind of like is exasperated, like, oh, these people. Just so you know, if this isn't even a very good copy, they would have been able to point it out immediately. And you don't want to mess with the people who are purchasing things like this. Fortunately, you found me first, and I'm a little bit more lenient than they would be. But you're wasting my time. Where's the book?
We did have some questions, mostly because we're interested in the same information that you might be, and maybe you would know more details about the topic of that book.
And she kind of looks at both of you and then looks at you, Orsic, and just kind of like puts her hand out towards them. Like, the fuck? Who are these people and why are they speaking to me? And where is the book? Like, she's like, you can tell she's angry.
Now look, just if you could help us, that would be ideal.
What questions do you have, little girl?
Well,
Talking.
since we know that the book deals with time, and you clearly wanted the timepiece, what more? Okay, is it possible to travel back in time into, your own realm, but traveling back in time at the age you were when you left?
She kind of looks at you, and she's like, okay. What does she say to that? I'm trying to comprehend what you just asked. She says, theoretically, and of course, this is exactly what I'm trying to discover myself. But what purpose do you have to manipulate time?
I'm trying to get back home.
Do you know how dangerous that is?
I unfortunately have a lot of experience in messing with time, so yes, I know how dangerous it could be.
Roll a wisdom save.
Oy, oy.
Okay. Where's my mouse? Okay, found it.
Okay. So let me ask you. You can. I don't know how to describe this, but you can almost feel like someone rummaging around in your brain. Would you try to resist this,
Wait,
or
definitely.
okay? And she kind of looks at you, and she says, "Oh, you're more interesting than I thought. Hmm, Orsic, you've found quite the interesting strays this time. That one," and she points at you, Iris, and she says, "has a whole host of characters going on upstairs. And that one, hmm. So, she says, I see you're looking for some friends that you misplaced. Um, the,
I'm not sure if that was Ayla or computer.
That was my phone.
she says, clearly you've both spent some time in the Feywild. What exactly are you
Unfortunately.
looking for? What exactly do you need from me?
I need to know how to do it. See, I have information and knowledge about using Fey-centered time devices. And I know that there's a ton of books about time and theoretical time, and I've been using this device, jumping, just trying to find, as you know, my misplaced friends. So I know that there are time abilities available that aren't widely known, and I feel like we're onto something with. Stop, cat. Sorry. Shit. Sorry. I know that we're onto something about traveling to a specific time, but I don't know if I'm onto something with my desire to be the same age I was when I left.
And as you're speaking, she's just kind of looking at you, like, kind of staring at you.
Ours
And,
is too.
I mean, Iris knows this too.
I don't think she knew that you want to go back to your age bit.
Oh yeah, definitely not going back to my age. Yeah.
as you are talking, she's kind of looking at you, and you feel like this presence kind of inside your mind, and you hear a voice, and you don't see her lips move, but you hear like a whisper in your mind that says, "Let me in, and I can help you."
Hmm.
I'm
And I'm
gonna
gonna
throw a
ask her.
spoon at her head.
Are
Who
you
said?
Abigail's.
are you really?
Not hard. Like I pick it up and I just toss it at her head.
Okay. Um.
I have a reason.
So
Depending on what she does, we'll see what happens. What she says.
I'm trying to think of how she would react to that.
Sorry.
Probably that way. What the fuck?
So I think like the spoon flies towards her head, and she's looking at Ayla, and right before it hits her, it actually stops
That's
in
about what I
midair,
expected to.
and she
That
kind
or
of
hit
like
her.
she kind of like side eyes you, like, what the fuck?
I'm like, quit messing with people's heads.
And so before I tell you what happens next, How do you react? Do you let her into your brain?
No, I ask her. No, I'm going to ask Kaden. I'm sorry, Kaden. She wants to look into my mind. What do you think about that?
I don't really like it, but that's me. I had a lot of things messed up in my head.
From her?
No.
Do you trust her?
Eventually, she had tried to help me protect myself.
Oh.
She said,
She's part of the
I'm right
problem
here.
of why I have trust issues with my mind.
And you hear inside your inside your mind, Orsic, a voice just say,
Damn it.
quit, don't be jealous and quit whining.
I'm like, you know what? At this point, I'm desperate. I've tried everything. I've asked people. I just want to know answers because, and I'm gonna go off on a little tangent. Here it's like if it's not possible to go back to the time and my age, then what's the point of me even? I just, I just don't know where I'm supposed to be, and I'd like to know if it's futile. I'd like to know if I just need to learn to move on. So fine, here. And then she'll
Okay.
close her eyes and,
And as you kind of do that, you kind of feel as this presence kind of sifts through your memories. And you can see her eyes are locked on yours to where she's not even blinking. And this goes on for a good 10-15 seconds, and you see her the corners of her lip are kind of twitching up into a smile every once in a while.
I have a
And
fork in my hand.
And after a moment, she kind of stops, and you feel this force kind of retreat from your mind. And she says, "It's you."
It's me? She said it's you?
Yes.
Oh, it's me. What's me?
And she kind of shakes her head, but stands up and walks over to her bookshelves. And she starts kind of flipping through the books, and she finds one and she pulls it out and she opens it and reads the first page, and then walks over to the table in front of you and lays the book down. And she says, "I think you'll want to read this."
I'll furrow my brow and grab it and look to it and start reading it out loud.
So as you start reading it, do you you notice that it's written in a language that you don't understand?
Oh, I don't understand what this says.
Pass it to me.
And okay, I'll pass it to Iris.
There's the news. Comprehend language. And start reading.
Okay. So, as you kind of start reading,
Also, do I recognize the language for that matter?
Yes. So it's
If it's just some ancient thing that
you
we
know
don't
what?
know.
I got two things mixed up. You totally do actually understand this language.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's another book that you don't. That, anyways, we'll get to that in a minute.
In that case, I don't cast that spell.
Yeah. My bad. I'm sorry. So as you're kind of reading the book, you notice that it's a novel. And it's written about it's in kind of like a young adult style novel. It's written about like a young princess, and you recognize just from the few like 4 or 5 pages that you're able to read, um, that it's about a princess who lives in like a kingdom. Her dad is the king or whatever, and she's friends with little baker boy. and it talks about like their life growing up, getting to know each other, and stuff like that. And you recognize it as not a perfect representation of your childhood, but like something that you would get like secondhand, like if somebody had heard you telling the story. You remember details that like uh or like you're reading details that only somebody that was kind of close to you would have remembered.
And my I will just be like, "Where did you get this? This is this is my this is my life?"
And she says, just read it, and when you're done, come see me. I might have some more information about it. But I think it's
Okay.
important you read it first.
Of course. Thank you.
Now, where's my book?
All right. I guess we have a deal then. Alvar, whatever. I'll provide you with the book, but we'll still need the money that was originally offered. And I'd like to work together with anything you figure out with this time travel matter. I'm sure we'll find more things that you could use after all.
I'm sure you will. Now,
Is that a deal?
of,
We'll
of,
provide you that book, you provide the gold, and we work together.
we'll see. Let's discuss some other matters before I make a decision. Regardless, I expect you to send me the book the next time you see Krabs. I need to see him, potentially to rip every ounce of skin off of his body, but still,
Can you
make
put
sure
on
that
something cleaner next time for him?
uh, she just kind of smiles and she says, "But I expect the book before the end of the day." Now,
Tomorrow's day, because it's really late. Ours is gonna smile, being. I guess she's kind of a brat today.
I don't
she
know.
just
For
kind
some
of.
reason, it makes sense. You two, like, for some reason, beefing it out.
Oh, I had no doubt that Iris and Abigail would not get along. She just kind of looks at you and she says, "Hmm." What does she want to? Roll a wisdom save.
I know where those are. 13.
Um, she looks at you and you hear inside your mind a voice, and it says, "Do they know about the friends inside here?"
I was gonna scoff and sit back.
And you hear, um, uh, what was her name again? Fuck, Meladra, right?
Correct.
You hear the voice, and it says, "Be sure to tell Meladra hi for me." And she
I'm
looks
done. I was just gonna leave the room.
and you see like this kind of evil smile as she kind of just watches your back as you go.
Fork.
What are you doing with the
I
fork?
threw it at her. Can you
I
not
think
mess with her?
she catches it in midair, but as she catches it, she says, "Little girl, the doors are locked. I can't have you just leaving just yet." And then the fork comes flying at your head, Orsic.
Oh shit! I knew she'd catch it. I didn't think she would throw it back. Dexterity, I'm assuming. Nope.
Yeah, and it bounces right off your fucking
Yeah,
forehead.
I think he was just as surprised as I was. Fuck. Oh, I guess I deserved that. But
And she narrows her eyes at you,
look,
and
these.
she says,
No,
"Stop
hold
that."
on. This, for all intents and purposes, is my family. Please try to treat them with as much respect as you can muster, I guess. So I know you have a little hard time with that. Also, I'm not Orsic. I gave that son away to my son. My name is
Name.
Caden.
She kind of looks at you and kind of rolls her eyes, and she goes, I think she says, "Yes, Daddy."
Oh.
And she walks over to the table, sits down, and says, "All right, I'm getting bored with playing with you three. So, let's talk business." And right, let me change the battery in my headset because it's beeping at me, and I don't want it to crap out right in the middle of this. So hold on. One second.
I didn't do it.
Like, I'm not drunk because it's plum wine, and wine just doesn't do shit. But I've gone through half a bottle of plum wine. I'm
Well,
probably gonna have a hangover tomorrow.
Oh,
all right,
because all the sugar.
I'm
Yeah.
back. So she sits down and she says, "All right, I'm getting bored with playing with the three of you. Um, let's discuss why we're all here."
Yes,
So
let's.
Huh?
I'm sure you've figured it out by now, or Caden. Um, Xander is your father, of course.
Unfortunately.
Now, I haven't seen you in a while. I think I know the person that I left 5 years ago up on that tower, but you've disappointed me thus far. Are you up for what's coming, or do I have to treat you as an obstacle?
Well, I figure I'm coming to an end of my path, so I'll do whatever I can if it kills me.
She kind of scoffs and she says, "How old are you? 60, 70 years old?"
Yeah, you're actually close. I look 50, but 70-ish.
She says, "When you've been around 300 years, then we can talk about the end of things. Don't worry, I'm not going to let you go that easily."
Well, I appreciate it, Grandma.
She kind of smiles and she says,
So you get for calling me Daddy.
um, she says, "So what are you planning?"
Well, I was gonna harass any lower outskirts of his operations. Potentially. Oh, fuck. What were we planning? Get his attention. Try to weaken him.
We're gonna
slowly.
fill out what our options were
Gain
first. I
allies
don't think we
against
have
him.
enough.
Potentially. Ultimately, I'd want to kill him.
Hmm.
Hers is gonna be
She,
smiling after she hears that, for the record.
she kind of like looks thoughtful for a second, kind of like rubs her chin. She says, "Maybe we can help each other." All right. Can I trust you, Caden?
I think I owe you. So, yes.
You absolutely owe me. And she kind of smiles, kind of like mischievously.
I do
But she's,
have something I would. Wondering if you might be able to help me with, though.
of course, apparently all of you guys need something from me.
No,
But first, let's talk about what I want.
shit, okay.
So, I've been, should I say, sent here with a specific task. I know that you want to kill your father. Of course you do. Was terrible to you, and I'm guessing that's why everything's so fucked up inside there.
Well, it's not even
But
that. Yeah, go on.
um, unfortunately, you might have to wait just a little while longer. However, I can help you get close to him because that's exactly why I'm here. And she kind of looks at you like you should know what she meant by that.
Wait. Should I know what you meant by that?
No, probably not. She
Okay.
just is expecting you to be ahead, you know. And after you don't say anything for a while, she kind of rolls her eyes like, I was sent here because I'm trying to get close to him as well.
Oh, well, yeah. I thought there was a little
Anyways,
more to it than that.
listen, I've been spying on him for the last couple of months. I may be able to help you with some things, but in order for the information that I give you, I need you to help me. And you're going to have to put off your revenge for a little while until I finish what I'm here for.
I can do that much.
She says, so, I have something I want to show you. It may help all of us. But before that, do you have any questions for me? It's been 5 years. I'm sure you're dying to know where I've been.
Fuck, yeah. One, I'm assuming that necklace maybe is creating your body. Like, where'd your body come from? Is it your original? Or is this some facility? Some fake?
Or is it someone else's?
Roll a it's perception check.
8.
Okay.
Ocho.
She smiles and she says, don't you know, Caden, you're never supposed to ask a lady where she got her body.
Usually it'd be from their mother, but I'm trying to figure out your
Got it from
situation.
my name.
She says where I got it is unimportant.
That's important.
However,
Understood.
I don't think you realize when we activated the device at the tower, it wasn't quite the victory that we expected it to be. After I left the tower, I found myself inside of Salden's dungeons. And while we may have won a slight victory up there on the tower, all we did was delay the inevitable. Dondregel is still trying to be reborn, and Salden's still trying to make it happen. He's created a cult. He calls it the Cult of the Dragon, and I don't know if that sounds familiar to you, but he's gotten quite the following.
Is that what the ring has to do?
She's talking about, I'm not sure about the ring. I think it may have something to do with that. But if you hold on. But she says, I'm sure you've gotten to know our friends in the north, the ones seeking out the wizards and spellcasters.
We had to deal with that a bit.
Yeah, well, Dondregel's managed to sink his claws in a little deeper than we thought. When we separated the planes, we didn't actually prevent his resurrection, we just delayed it.
Oh, well, that's going to be fun to deal with.
Indeed. So,
it's a whole thing all over again.
That watch could become quite valuable, and initially I had attempted to get you guys to steal it because I wanted to use it as a welcome gift, if you get what I'm saying. That way I could get closer to Xander. I have something to offer him to ingratiate myself towards him. But unfortunately, as I said, you disappointed me and were unable to acquire the watch.
Yeah.
And so now I've had to alter my plans.
What is your angle on this? Why do you want it? Why does he want it, for that matter?
And she kind of thinks for a second, and she says, I'm not entirely sure. However, that's why I'm trying to get close to him and find out exactly what his plans are. Because I need to see That way we can stop him if we need to.
So you're doing this out of the goodness of your heart?
I doubt that.
She kind of smiles at you, and is like, "Of course. What other possible reason could I have?"
Look, I'm willing to help you. I hope we don't end up being enemies at the end.
Okay, I was gonna say, roll a perception check. Okay.
This is Caden.
Yeah, I was gonna say this makes perfect sense. She kind of smiles and says, "I could never be your enemy, Caden." But she says, "Do you have any questions for me before we head upstairs?"
I mean, technically I have two, but what are we doing upstairs? Are we going upstairs? Or you're heading upstairs?
She kind of looks at you and rolls her eyes and she says, "That's not what I mean. I want to show you something. But if you have questions, we might as well answer them now."
Can you bring people back from the dead?
She looks at you and she says, "No."
Okay. Do you have a way to see if people are alive in another dimension? Like
With the
Fey realm.
With the proper materials, perhaps.
Right. Well, those are my questions. For now.
Why not reveal yourself earlier?
Yeah, that's a good one.
You trust him, don't you?
Of course, but like I said, Xander has his eye on you.
Dad, she's dramatic.
She kind of like glances at you as she's looking at Iris, like, "Shut the fuck up, Caden." But she says, like I said, Xander has his eyes on you, and I'm trying to keep a low profile. The damage that you guys have done by showing up here tonight is probably irreparable. But perhaps we'll manage to mitigate the problem. As you can see from the exterior of my building, I was hoping that nobody would know that I was here. But now that they've seen you show up here and come inside, they're definitely going to be coming around asking questions. The last thing I needed was you guys to show up at my doorstep.
Then I hope you're more forthcoming with us in the future.
Are you employing urchins at all?
She looks at you, kind of like, "That's not me." However, that's one of the pieces that I'll tell you about later. But no, those aren't mine. However, that's a good place to start.
Okay.
She says, "However, why do you ask? Have you had some altercations with the children around town?"
No, we've noticed them, but I just worry for them.
Yes. One of Xander's enforcers has a soft spot for homeless children.
What's the enforcer's name, if you happen to know?
I do know. Wait, no. She says, I don't know for sure, but the names that I've heard when I've done inquiries, I have a contact in one of their what would it be, like a orphanage? One of their orphanages, with one of the headmasters there. I believe the name is Tess or Tessa.
Oh yeah, I think we figured this out, right? I remember.
Yeah.
Learning. All my notes are closed because I had to close my.
Iris had discovered that the person running the orphanages using the children as spies was Tess.
We're gonna have to make a
or
visit.
Tessa.
She runs his spy networks.
I think Iris will look visually disappointed at that.
And she looks at you all and she says, any other questions, or would you like to move forward?
I think for now.
I'm ready to move forward.
Ready. Ayla.
Ayla?
Yes, I'm ready.
I like that me and you were like, Ayla.
She says, all right, follow me upstairs. And she walks over to like a door kind of in the back and opens it and kind of like, after you.
Iris will follow up.
So do all of you guys go in?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as you kind of enter the doors, there is a tight kind of like spiral staircase that kind of ascends for like quite a while. And as you guys kind of get to the top,
Are you hiding a tower in this barn or what?
as you get to the top, you step out onto this kind of like high tower that kind of looks over the
You are.
the eggs, which is this massive kind of that's probably like hundreds of feet high and several hundred feet deep and several hundred feet wide. It's kind of like this sprawling kind of like cavern with like canals to one side. There's a waterfall kind of falling into this lake, and then it separates into like a series of canals with like water mills and like shacks where there's like sluice gates where you can like adjust the directions of the water. Off to like kind of the left hand side on the ground or like kind of like the nice houses of the dregs. It's kind of like a suburban neighborhood, if you will, that leads up to the back of the cavern. And on the back of the cavern is this kind of like winding wooden kind of ramp stair system that extends up the back of the cavern, where all of these kind of like manor houses are. And the manor houses kind of extend up the back of the cave to up at the very, very top, kind of on like a little stone outcropping, is a massive mansion. It's like a 3-story mansion made out of like obsidian and redwood, and it's like this extravagant building. And around the middle floor is like a deck type kind of balcony. And on top of this tower, there's like you can see all across the entirety of the dregs, and you see kind of like sitting on the edge of the tower next to like this crenellated like wall. My voice is going away for some reason. Next to this like kind of crenellated edge is like a telescope, and she walks up to the telescope and kind of like gestures towards it, and gestures towards you, Caden, and she says, "Take a look." Hello?
Do you take a
I'm
look?
on mute because I was farting. I'm going to take a look through the telescope.
So, as you kind of like put your eye to the eyepiece of the telescope, it's like focused on like massive manor at the top of the back of the cavern, and you see a man kind of standing on the balcony, kind of leaning against the railing, smoking a cigarette. And you can't tell for certain, but you can kind of recognize that it's appears to be Xander kind of leaning against the railing. And he's talking to this huge, like enormous man. He's 8 feet tall, probably bigger than that. He's probably like 9 to 10 feet tall, and a good like 5 feet wide. And he's got like dark gray skin. His like muscles are like super ripped, and he's got like a bald head. His eyes are kind of like sunken, and he almost looks like a giant. Um, and you can see him like shaking his fist at Xander, and they appear to be having an argument.
So who's that big guy?
She says that's another one of his forcers. I don't know his name yet, but I've seen
Probably.
him. Go ahead.
Probably the mountain, I think he was.
She
First name
kind
that
of
comes to my mind.
looks at you and shrugs, but she says, I know that he works, that he spends most of his times over in the canals. But from what I've seen, he may be the first place to start. It doesn't look like him and Xander get along too well.
So does this actually see him, or is this a magical telescope?
She like is exasperated. She's like, not everything is an illusion. You're looking at what's happening right now.
How'd you know where you would be?
I told you I've been here for several months.
Fair enough.
I've been spying on him. Gathering information, things that I could use to get close.
Okay. Well, we know visual confirmation on someone he works with. And he's shaking his fist at him? Like, angrily?
Yeah, like they're fighting. It looks like he's yelling at him.
Well, this doesn't look like it's going well. That could be
How does
beneficial.
Grimshaw look?
Xander was just calmly leaning against the railing, smoking a cigarette. Like, doesn't seem to be phased by this kind of aggressive giant in front of him.
He just seems unbothered. Here, take a look.
Iris will.
And you see kind of like the same thing, and kind of as you're looking through the telescope, the giant kind of like throws his hands up.
Iris
And-
wants to take a look, see if he has a ring on his hand, if she can make that out.
Roll a perception check.
Perception.
10.
It's like really, really far away.
Gotcha.
Ayla, I need you to roll a
Damn it, cat.
should I have you roll for this?
Gwen. Batgirl.
Roll a perception check, not a save, just check.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So, Ayla, you like notice that like your hand seems to like have been itching for
Mhm.
most of the time that you've been here. You're not sure why. You just have on your hand kind of feels weird, almost like just that you are aware of your hand
Mhm.
kind of feeling
Oh,
weird.
she's not ringing it. We're wearing it right now, for the record.
Oh, you're not
Gotta
wearing
take
your
it
ring?
No.
Oh, so never mind. You don't feel anything. So okay.
Yeah,
so
we got paranoid about it.
yeah. Continue what you're saying, Iris.
Nah, that's all.
Okay.
I don't think Iris has anything else to do with that. She what she tried to see, and she's got nothing else.
Okay. She says, "So, what are your plans going forward? Like, how can I help you?"
Well, this is Caden's show. I'm here to help whatever way I need to help him that I can.
You know, it's not just from me. Obviously, I would like for you to find your friends, your home.
Yeah.
I want Ayla and Iris to be safe, and I do still want to take care of Xander.
Short term, I could tell you that we have a deal with him, or I presume someone working for him to sell that book that you would like tomorrow. We
She
don't intend on following through with that, for the record.
she says, "No, I need that book. You'll have to come up with other plans. I
If you could
intend
make this
to
easier
learn
to
from it."
sell,
And Iris is gonna wave around the fake book.
if you could make this easier to sell off, perhaps that could help us. I'd still like to at least steal a little bit of money from them.
She looks at you and says, "I may be able to do something about that, but I plan on using that book, gaining some knowledge about this watch, so that I can present myself to one of Xander's henchmen and perhaps make myself seem useful to him. So that's my plans going forward. However, perhaps we can work together to find the right time to make it happen and ensure our success."
Sounds reasonable to me.
So, other than that, what are your plans? What is your next step? How can, like, where are we going from here?
We're still scouting. We haven't had much time to delve into this. We don't know much about their structures yet.
We could
Go ahead,
start
Kaden.
with the orphanage.
That seems reasonable.
That would be fine. I actually have had some communication with the headmistress.
'Cause we,
Do you have a name for us? Or is that Tess?
No, that's not Tess. No, Tess is. I think she has a soft spot, and I think she established the orphanage, but I don't think she runs it. The headmistress's name is. Let me find it real quick. Where did I put it? Her name is Elena. Just call her Elena. I don't need the last name for her. Her name's Elena, and you can find her at um.
I know where to find the orphanage. Thank you.
Oh, she says okay. So perhaps you can talk with her, see if you can gather some more information. Did you need anything else from me? Is there anything else I can do for you?
I think we could work off of that. Kaden, would you like to spend more time here? And Ayla and I could give you some space, I guess.
And as you say that, freaking Abigail looks at you with this like I don't know how to describe it. It's like a hungry look. And
Jesus.
she and she says, how about it, Caden? Would you like to stay here?
Another time. For now, I need to talk with my family.
I think she kind of like crosses her arms and looks at you like in this like kind of like disappointed, but also like your loss type of a way. And she says, "Well, you know where I'm at now. Unless I have to leave, of course. But it would be good to see you again, Caden. It's been a long time."
Yeah, it's good to see you too.
And I need all of you guys to roll perception checks.
Oh no, what'd she do? Oh hey, not bad.
So as she's kind of
Urban.
as she's kind of saying this, Caden, you kind of are like looking at her, and you see kind of like this. How do I describe it? Like a shimmery kind of like almost something moving, but like you can see through it, and it appears to like be moving towards Iris, and you see it over kind of Abigail's shoulder, and it looks like something is about to stab Ayla in the throat.
What the fuck?
Hello.
Firebolt.
Iris.
Iris, sorry, Iris.
Oh,
Stab Iris in the throat?
Yes.
I see it.
Yes, you see it, Caden.
How close is it to me? Like, so I'll determine what I
She's-
do or what I'm
So
seeing.
you're kind of like standing next to the what's it called? The telescope, looking towards the opposite direction, and it's maybe like 3 or 4 steps in front of you.
Okay. Does it look like it's magical or like a person invisible?
Looks like an invisible person.
Okay, then I would immediately activate Blade Song and Piercing Song. I would pull out Piercing Song and stab at it.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if Blade Song increases my dexterity stuff, but because I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've used it. Where is it? Blade Singing, extra attack, dual wielder. Oh yeah, where is it? Right here. Bonus action, Blade Song lasts for 1 minute. Also dismiss my okay. Bonus to my AC, walking speed, and you have advantage on dexterity checks.
Okay.
Okay, so I thought so. Dexterity.
You're
I think I have that advantage.
Oh, yeah.
so lucky you got advantage, because that was going to be very bad. So what does it look like as you kind of lunge for this person and kind of knock Iris out of the way? How does this play out? You're
Okay.
going to you won't get to do an attack, but
Yeah.
you will get to stop them from attacking Iris.
Okay, so I think it's like one of those things where I'm not good at seeing things, but when I see things, I tend to act quickly. So essentially, he immediately the Blade Song activates, which essentially my my rapier starts emanating music. He drops to his like dancing pose so fast, his hair's still up, and then he like does like his like crossover steps quickly, so like rapidly over, does a little pirouette with his rapier, hitting the invisible dagger out of the way or whatever it is.
Yeah. And so as like the rest of you see him dart over there and kind of like push past you, Iris, and you kind of are knocked to the side, you turn around and fading out of invisibility, you see 3 people wrapped in like black clothes with kind of, they look like ninjas basically. And they're all 4 holding daggers. And we're going to all roll initiative.
Oh shit!
Oi. Okay.
I like it.
Okay. The counter up.
No, I haven't. We haven't had combat in so long. I forgot how to do this.
You're like, what's that? What's a counter?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it on the new UI. There it is.
Oh boy,
All right.
spells to
Excuse
read.
me.
Oh fuck, dude! And I'm not even at tip top. I am so weak. Good thing I used Blade Song. So my AC should go up a bit.
So I need to do a couple of things. So let's take like a 5 minute break because I gotta pee, and then spend that time kind of looking at your guys' abilities and spells and stuff because it's
Hmm.
been so long since we had combat. Because I have to create
Your intelligence modifier is
these
4.
assassins because I didn't plan on doing this. I just thought it would be cool.
Hmm.
Uh,
Understandable.
So if I have 14, it automatically goes up to 18. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then I think also because I dual wield. Let's see. Where is it? Dual wielder. I get another one, so I'm at 19. Okay. Cool. That helps.
oh man, it's
Oh, my
gonna be
base
interesting.
18. Why is my AC fucked up? Hold on, my AC's wrong for some reason. Like my baseline AC? That was fine. I fixed it. Okay. Or no. Oh no, 14. 14 is with the dagger. That makes it 15. Without that. Okay. No, I'm good. That's new.
I'm just gonna say, just so you guys know, you guys are level fucking 10, and these guys
Hmm.
are gonna be badasses. So good luck.
Oh, but I'm at 40 HP. And I don't.
Oh, hey, you got blown up.
Yeah, it's okay. My AC is pretty high, and it'll go up.
On the plus side, we have a uber powerful mage next to us too.
Yes, yeah,
That's true. That's true.
absolutely. She is
She's
going
probably
to
gonna
fight
watch
along with you.
first. She's gonna be like, okay, doing
Probably.
okay. All right.
Guess you don't need my help.
Probably actually will.
You know, she might power move us just to like show her strength. You can drink the magic to absorb damage. Ooh. Ooh, I don't like that though. She buy. Ooh, I like that though. And that was a roller coaster. Song of Defense. I can expel a spell slot to reduce some incoming damage, and then 5 times the level of the spell slot is the amount the damage gets reduced.
That's neat but costly.
Yep.
Um, what is your guys' saving throws for um Constitution and Dexterity?
Uh,
2 and 3.
Constitution 1, Dexterity 3.
Mine is both 1 and 1.
Okay.
So how bad do I want to fuck these guys up?
Probably aren't fighting anyone else. I don't want to say we're not fighting anyone else, but we probably aren't fighting anyone else. Fuck them up. They just tried to kill Iris.
I don't have a lot of first level spells left anymore, but I have everything else is fine. What did I cast? I must have cast something at some point.
Was it your disguise self shit?
Probably. We did a lot of that.
Yeah. We did that like twice minimum.
Yeah.
Well, Iris did.
It's,
Well, Iris did anyways.
So
I still had Arcane Recovery. I just never did it. let's see. I don't think I have any of crazy things ready for me. Yeah. Like
Well, I have to comprehend languages too.
I have dispel magic.
I did a lot of things for that spell, and I'm like it's almost useless.
This is the one I'm looking forward to using. Probably just use that one just to use it.
Oh man, I guess we should probably draw a map too.
And you only need like a circle or something. Fortunately, it's not too big of a map.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a hard thing to do. In fact, here, if you guys
Oh,
want
breezy.
to draw, holy crap,
Yeah.
they completely
I'm about to Dragon Ball Z this shit.
they redid the fucking map thing. Are you guys on the different page now?
Nope.
No.
I am not.
How do I move you guys now? I don't understand.
Stop using your claws.
I don't understand. How do I put you guys on this map now? Holy shit! They completely changed this
Uh-oh.
fucking.
That's funny.
Um, do I do this? There you
Oh,
guys.
that did something.
Okay.
Hey, it's all white. Or maybe I need to zoom out. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a blank page.
Oh.
So like,
How rude.
here is the.
So bright.
Draw a shape.
Oh. Do we have to roll Tornado again?
No. Still up.
It disappeared.
Ours is empty.
Cleared it.
It's empty.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just because we changed maps.
Oh. All right.
I'm gonna very much type in my last spell or my last
Oh,
one.
we can
since
look it
that's
up. Yeah, I was like, what was mine? I don't remember.
Is it up now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hold on. What did I roll? Oh, an 11. Okay.
Yes. Ayla 15.
Oh, I need my
Caden
token up.
11.
Oh, hold on a sec.
I switched it back to 11.
Look out.
Iris, re-roll yours just because it was messing up on mine. Sorry, that was weird. What they did was, I don't know if I like it.
Maybe you'll get used to it.
Um, edit. So this is basically what you see. Oh, I have to do this.
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh, that's cool. Assassin.
And
So that's what they look like.
yes.
Alright.
I'm writing down so much about what I need to know for the fucking spell I'm casting.
Oh boy, I
Uh,
don't like that. Why am I all the way at the bottom? Where is she at?
hold on, I'm gonna put you guys where you're at.
What about Abigail?
Yeah, I'm gonna put her on
She
there.
dipped out.
So-
Huh?
Yep, she left you
She
guys.
portaled. She went poof.
Damn, they rolled fucking high.
Yeah.
Oh crap! I don't have. She has. Um. All right. So, are you guys ready?
Ready, Freddy.
Yep.
All right.
Ready as I'll ever be.
So, you rush forward and knock the uh dagger out of the way, and he kind of stumbles back.
They put me like
And
here, right?
correct. And just at that moment, you see as like a blur rushes up towards Abigail, and
Better block that shit like a fork.
Look at the fork. Yeah.
Oh, don't like that. It's a lot of poison daggers.
and as he kind of like reaches up and tries to like put his arm around her throat to like slash her throat, you see as like a blue light kind of flashes and kind of like knocks his hand back, but he takes a step back, and as the kind of like blue flash starts to diminish, he kind of swings at her arm as she's kind of like pushing him away, and you see as the dagger kind of slices across uh, her wrist, and you see as like as the dagger kind of slices across her wrist, it almost looks like black tentacles kind of like seeping out from the wound, and then they kind of like suck into the wound, and you see as like her veins and stuff around the wound start to turn like purple and red and starts to seep into her arm, and she kind of like screams in pain. And then this one takes a step forward towards you, Caden, and he attacks you
I don't like
with
that.
his dagger.
Hits, misses, hits.
All right, so he rushes at you and kind of slashes at you 3 times, and
Yeah, I was gonna
you
say, when
take.
should I? Hold on.
You can use your. Are you gonna use the shield?
Yeah, might as well. That's 2
You can
hits I
use
don't
it
want
when.
to take. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna cast shield as a reaction.
is that enough to block all 3?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Let me actually. The 20. Hold on. Yeah, I get hit with a 25.
Okay. So you take 11 slashing damage and roll a constitution save. And you take 7 poison damage. Now,
Oof.
just so you know, like as like you get slashed, you feel as the poison like starts to seep through your veins,
Mhm.
and like wherever you can kind of like feel the poison going through your arm, it's making it like super numb. Like you can't feel your arm as well. It feels like the muscles are deadening. Um and yeah. And it is Iris's turn.
All right. First thing I'm going to do is, as Iris pulls out her shield, she is going to use her other hand and cast Summon Undead.
Nice. That's what I want.
And I just wrote down the stats I need, so I'm just gonna use something else I have as a placeholder unit.
Okay. Okay. So you
Okay.
summon a zombie?
It's going to be called a ghostly. It's an undead spirit, and this one's going to be. It shows up in a ghostly form, so it's not like an actual zombie. This one's just. Let me.
The ribbon.
This one's going to be elderly, just like smeared, elongated smear of a elderly dwarf. Like half of its body, it's just going to be beard reaching to the ground, and
That's cool.
that's that for that bit.
Okay.
It'll show up behind the one in front of me, and then Iris will use Hexblade's Curse on the guy in front of me, which is mostly for me attacking it.
Okay.
As far as what I do, that is the end of what Iris is doing. Then the spirit takes its action after me,
Okay.
at which point it will go and make an attack on the guy in front of me.
Okay.
And where is the dice roller? Plus 8. Does a 16 hit?
No.
Okay, it's going to take its second attack. It has multi-attack for 2 attacks.
Okay.
And that was... Oh, wait, it has advantage. So I'll just assume those were the first roll.
Okay.
I don't know how to make this thing... I can't roll advantage when I'm doing it this way.
Yeah, you just so when you dice roll it, you just click on the 2 where there's 2 dice.
Doesn't that fuck with the math? Oh, wow, we'll see.
No, so you just oh yeah, it does fuck with the math.
Okay, well, the first one was an 18 plus 8.
And
So,
yeah, that hits.
That's a shit ton.
Yes.
Okay. I have to do the math for that real quick, but it needs to make a wisdom save 16 or be frightened.
Okay.
No, what the heck? Oh, wait.
8, 11. It does 18 damage and is frightened.
Okay. So it does take the 18 damage, but they are immune to the frightened Zen status effect.
Okay, it is necrotic damage also, if that's useful or not, but this ghost just like claws it into a hug and just rips backwards. And then it's gonna swing around to this side. That target, it has disadvantage on checks and attack rolls within line of sight and cannot move closer to the spirit.
Even if it's not frightened.
If it is frightened.
Yeah, they're immune to frightened.
Oh, okay. Never mind. It does not do jack shit. I forgot about that already. Okay. And that is the end of Iris's turn.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. I can. So then it is Ayla's turn.
Okay, doke. So first off, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith, which gives me wrong one, which gives me 2 extra DC or AC.
Okay.
So that's cool. So that means now my AC is 18.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to use. Oh, first question. These are magic users, correct?
Um. So they have magical abilities, but they're not like spellcasters.
Okay, so hold
What?
on.
So what are you trying to use? And I'll tell you, it
Okay,
would be effective.
it says you have practiced techniques useful in melee combat against spellcasters, gaining the following benefits. When a creature within 5 feet of you casts a spell, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against that creature. When you damage that creature and it's concentrating on a spell, that creature has disadvantage on saving throws. It makes maintain, and then I have advantage on saving throws against spells cast.
Yeah. Okay. So they aren't spellcasters. They have magical abilities, but they aren't casting spells.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're that would work against like Abigail, like wizards and
Yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then the one that's right next to me, I am going to cast Bane on him.
Okay.
So, yeah. So that's remaining 3. Take 1 down.
So you can cast that on
Well, up to
3.
3 people. I'm sorry. Yeah. So can I cast it on all of these guys? Are they within my range?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll cast it on all 3 of these guys. And yeah. And I'm going to stay. Well, no. I think I'm going to go bloop 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 and just kind of pivot around
Bloop, bloop,
to that
bloop,
one.
bloop. And then what saving throw do I need to make? If you're up to 3 choice, you must make charisma saving throws. So I'll make 3 saving throws. Okay, the one over by Caden and then passed, but the fails the saving throw, makes an attack roll or saving throw. Before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract that number. Okay. So, oops. This one is baned. What should I use for bane? I'll use this. And this one is bane.
Boy.
Okay. And is that all you're going to do?
Yep.
Okay. So this one.
Which one?
This one
Mm-hmm.
is going to. You see as the kind of clothes that it wears kind of starts to ripple, and it kind of turns into like. Have you ever seen the Predator when the Predator's invisible, but when he like moves, it almost looks like that heat haze.
Yeah.
So he turns invisible, and uh, let's see.
Question mark, was that a spell he used, or did he just like more of a something else?
It's an ability of the
Okay.
clothing he wears. So Iris, he appears behind you and does a 17 hit?
Nope.
Does a 24 hit?
Not when I use shield.
Okay. And then does an 18 hit? Of course not. 'Cause you just
Actually,
used-
meets beats, right? So
yes.
I'm not going to use shield because that's still going to hit me.
Okay.
The middle one hits me, not the second, third
24?
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you take 9 slashing damage as he appears behind you. He tries to stab you 3 times really quickly. You're able to block 2 of them, but the final one kind of pushes past your guard and kind of like slashes you kind of across like the collarbone. And I need you to roll DC 12 Constitution saving throw. And you take
Nope.
an additional 3 poison damage.
3/12. All right.
Okay.
And I hold maintain my spell.
And he is going to. He's going to stay there, I think. All right. And then it is Abigail's turn. What is she gonna do? Hold on. I need to make a character for her so that I can actually cast spells. So you see as Abigail turns and kind of sees everything going on, and she just kind of rolls her eyes and she looks at you, Caden, and she says, "I told you this would happen. This is your fault." And she puts her hand out, and you hear like all of your like you kind of smell the smell of ozone, and all of the hair kind of like stands up on all of your arms, and then you hear like a loud crack as lightning shoots from her fingertips and begins to chain between the 3 enemies, and she casts chain lightning. And they all have to make dexterity saves. So this one takes 39 damage. This one takes 39 damage. And this one, what is half of 39? So 19?
20 or 19.
This one takes 19 as he kind of like rolls out of the way of some of it. And she like like her body starts to kind of like shimmer similar to theirs, but instead of like turning invisible, she just starts to kind of like look like she's blurry. And Caden, it's your turn. You might be on mute.
Okay, my bad. I'll say it's not my fault your spell can withstand a punch. And then he puts his blade in front of him. His hair starts to go up, smoke starts to go out of his mouth, and then he explodes in a puff of smoke. And all you see is his blade song, or his, what's the name of my sword? Song Piercer, like stabbing at the enemies. I'm gonna cast Steel Wind Strike, and I can pick up to 5 enemies, which there's only 3. And I get to attack them with it. That's apparently the damage, but I need to do a physical. It says I have to choose up to 5. Make a melee spell attack against each target. Okay, so I have to make a melee spell attack. How do I fucking do that?
Just a normal attack with your sword, I think. Actually, no, I don't
That's
think
not
that's
a
right.
melee spell attack. I would need like.
Might be just using your spell attack
I
bonus.
don't have a melee spell attack.
So how
Okay, yeah,
do
let me.
you make a spell attack? Do you have a spell that attacks like
No.
you don't even have like Eldritch Blast or anything?
I
Don't you
have
have like a freeze
I have
melee
Firebolt.
spell? Trip?
Yeah, cast Firebolt.
Okay.
3 times. 3 times.
10, 13, and 15.
Yeah, use your spellcasting modifier instead of your strength or dexterity.
Yeah. And there's
Is
does
your
it
weapon magic? Question mark.
My weapon is magic, yeah.
Or like, does it have the +1, +2 shit?
It has. Oops. Well, you can see the modifier on it, but
that wouldn't work properly? Oh no, that's piercing song.
yeah.
Never mind.
Don't worry about that one.
And that goes against that's against their AC, right?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, because it's melee.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just I get to attack like 3 at once.
It's so stupid that it's been so long since we fought. I completely forgot how to do fucking combat. So unfortunately,
None
it
of
makes
them.
me sad, but none of those hit.
No. It's all right.
Because that's an awesome fucking skill. That would have done a shit ton of damage.
Yeah, I'm realizing that since it's it doesn't have its own casting, which is annoying. I have to do it based off melee spell attack. Let me make sure it calculates the same as Firebolt.
Yeah, because that's a range spell attack, but I think it. So, I think you use whatever your spell modifier is instead of like strength or dexterity. So you like roll a d20, and then what's your spellcasting modifier?
My spellcasting modifier.
Yeah.
8.
So it would be
Yeah, those are
+8.
+8. Yeah.
Are they all +8? Okay.
Yeah, so that's good. Cool.
So yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah,
they
just
like
missed.
all of them like. So one thing I think that you gathered from that is these are very, very skilled, like bladesmen. Like they, like where you move like super fast, they move almost as quickly and are able to like kind of like barely sidestep and kind of parry your blade as you kind of come in to pierce them, and they kind of like are able to all 3 of them parry your blade.
I rolled
And you
low.
get to teleport
2, 5, and a 7.
to unoccupied spot.
Yeah, within 5 feet of one of the enemies.
Yeah.
So yeah, that sucks. Yeah, well, that happens.
All right.
He was trying to be cool.
That's why I'm sad that it
I
missed,
know,
because
sorry.
it was cool. So this assassin is going to disappear.
It just doesn't. It hits them. It just doesn't pierce their armor. That's how it
Correct.
works.
Yeah. He disappears, and I hate that like you have to switch layers to like make them disappear or move and shit. And Ayla, does a 16 hit?
Nope.
Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Oops. So you take 8 piercing damage
Okay.
and roll a Constitution save. And you take 2 poison damage. Actually, he doesn't. He stays invisible. No, he attacked, so he's visible over there. All right. And then this assassin is going to attack. I think he is going to turn and attack you, Caden. Because you're like bloodied, right? Like, have you taken damage during this? Like, he hit you once, right?
Adam?
Mute. Yes,
You're
I
probably
did get
muted.
hit. I did get hit.
Okay. So he's gonna attack you 3 times.
Miss. Miss.
Uh,
Miss.
miss.
Cool. Love it.
Okay. And then okay, and Iris, it's your turn.
No, that's very inconvenient.
That is your turn?
No, that thing disappeared.
Oh.
This
Oh,
changes
wait.
things a little bit.
Oh, no, that wouldn't have worked. Never mind.
So, if I want to try and see something invisible, would that be requiring action or not really? Actually,
So you could still like,
if I want to try and attack the spot behind me, pretty much.
yeah. So let's discuss this. So I mean, there's rules for fucking invisibility. I think I don't know what they are, but how do you want to handle an invisible character? Do
I
you
think
want?
you're handling it fine.
Okay. Do you want to just turn around and you have to attack a spot and hope they're there?
Yeah,
That-
I'm always cool
I
with
would
that.
say like a perception, like if you like make a perception check, then whenever you make the attack, if you pass perception, you have regular, but if you don't, it's like disadvantage.
So you, no matter what, you have disadvantage against an invisible enemy.
Oh,
But,
okay. I mean that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, do I let you know where they are so that like you can attack an area, or are they invisible and you can't fucking see them? You know what? Roll a perception check.
Perception, perception, perception. No.
Okay. You have no idea, so go ahead and do what you want.
Okay, Iris is going to use Tasha's Mind Whip,
Okay.
and she's going to use it at 3rd level.
Okay.
Which means I should probably have actually done that different. I need to recast that spell. And that's not what I want it to do. Well, it doesn't actually change what it does that way. So more or less, when I do it at 3rd level, it lets me send out like a 2nd strike, and 1 strike's just going to be in the spot behind me,
Okay.
and the other is going to be at the guy in front of me.
Okay.
And they have to make a... It should be a DC 16 spell save for intelligence. I don't know why that says 14.
Okay. And if they make it, what happens?
Or if they don't make it, they don't get their reaction, and they have to pick either an action, move, or bonus action on their next turn.
They can't do all 3. They only get 1.
Yes.
Okay.
And if they make it, they only take half
Is that
damage
mini
and
slow?
don't deal with any of that. Essentially.
So how much damage did it do? 13?
The first one was 12.
Okay. The second one's what matters. Second one does 13. Alright. The one that you cast here just waves around. What does it
Okay.
look like when you cast Tasha's Mind Whip?
Ours is essentially gonna, with her shield held up forward, she's gonna pull back her hand, and as she swings out her hands, two long ethereal snakes are just gonna fling outwards and just snap into those positions.
Okay. And the one at the top kind of like catches him in the shoulder and he kind of spins backwards. Are you gonna do anything else?
If the one behind me didn't do jack shit, Iris is gonna try and back into that spot.
Okay. Yeah, there's nobody there.
Okay. Then Iris is going to yell towards Ayla. Ayla, jump towards us! And she's gonna indicate towards right here.
Towards. Oh, okay. Jump.
Misty step.
Are you guys going back to back? All right, it's Ayla. It's your turn.
Okay. Yeah. So.
I forgot my thing actually has to do its turn.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's going to step forward, make 2 attacks,
Okay.
which is going to be dice roller. A d20 plus 8. 22 and 11.
The 22 hits.
D8 plus 11. Whatever the hell that number is, because pop-up just showed up. 12 damage.
Okay. So as he kind of reaches out and like slashes at him, he was spinning away from kind of your previous attack, and he spun kind of into his slash, and it actually like rakes down his chest, and you start to see as kind of like blood starts to pour from his chest, and you hear kind of like a high pitch like.
Yeah, also
And-
that's like 4 additional damage from my previous attack due to Hexblade's curse. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay. And actually, he like kind of like steps back a couple of steps and falls to his knees and just slumps over face first onto the ground.
So then it's gonna step back into position. It's gonna lick its somehow its ethereal fingers still has blood goring it, and it's just gonna take a slurp of them.
For sure.
Someone
All
else
right.
takes that.
Then Ayla, it's your turn.
So that one that's invisible, right?
Mhm.
Can I like kind of tell where he's at, like based off of what has been going down?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
You know that it's kind of like in this general region over this away.
Okay. So then, yeah, what I'll do is I'll take my bonus action to Misty Step, then I will use Dispel Magic, and that's just within range. With the range is 120 feet, and it doesn't say I have to see it.
Okay. Okay. And let me see. Target make an ability check. Uses spellcaster. 10 plus the space. So the target make. And what level are you casting at?
At level 3.
So 4th level or higher. 10 plus the spell's level. So, and who makes the check? I'm not understanding that.
I think.
So yeah, you make a check using your spellcasting ability. So roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier. And then add your spellcasting modifier.
It's 8, so 15.
Sounds about right.
And it would be 10 plus the spell's level. So 14. So he pops into existence, and he just kind of looks down like shit.
Cool. So that's it for me.
Yes. That assassin is dead. So it will be Abigail's turn. She is going to. What is she going to do? So what is she gonna do? All right. She's just gonna cast chain lightning. Because why not?
It worked the last time. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. So this one takes 25 damage. And this one takes 49 damage. Wait, no. $60. Yeah, so he takes 25.
Excuse me.
Alright, minus 25. Okay, and Caden. She just kind of stands there and like spreads both her arms out, pointing at both of them. And like lightning just seems to flow over her body and like out her fingertips towards the two assassins, and like it just like ripples up their body, and like they kind of like freeze in space for a second. And then it is your turn, Caden.
Realized we could see that guy. I had a fucking character sheet right here the entire time.
Spell. All right. So one of them's already dead. One's invisible, right?
Nope, you can see it now. She dispelled
I
it.
dispelled the magic.
What do you mean? All I see. Oh, he's over there. He was off screen for me.
Both had the same issue.
I just scroll over. All right. It's like, do I want to? I don't want to try that again and get fucked. I'll
What?
run over here and I'll stab this guy. Is this guy? Was
Okay.
this the guy was hit before, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure he fucking don't want him to die. All right. I need to see how many attacks I get because it's a little confusing. You can attack twice instead of once whenever you attack with your action. And then I'm also a dual wielder, so I can attack with my bonus action, but not.
Yes.
And then but I don't. It doesn't do as much damage.
Correct.
Okay.
You just do the damage, not your strength modifier.
Okay, so I will do piercing song. If I can find it, there you are. 1, 2, and then I have like a little dagger.
First two hits. So, he like is still like under the effects of the kind of lightning, and his movements are kind of jerky. He tries to block the first one, but you get through and do 13 damage, and then the second one you do 14, total of 20 damage.
Nice.
The first one kind of like pierces his bicep, but the second one you kind of like step back and like stab him kind of like through like the stomach kind of side of him, and he kind of like grips his chest or his stomach, but he's definitely bleeding profusely. His blood kind of like drips down his leg, but he still kind of dances away from you and grips his dagger, getting ready to attack.
Okay.
And he is going to turn invisible
Pussy.
and he's going to attack you 3 times with advantage. 21.
Oh, that hits actually. Miss.
17,
The second one misses. Third one
and
misses. So the first one hits.
Doesn't he have to roll a d4 or something for some reason?
Yeah, because he has Bane.
Yes. And so
Oh yeah, he
subtract
misses.
4 from that 21.
He misses. Nice.
Okay, and
Bane saved my
then
life.
he is going to Misty Step. And then this one is going to reach into like his it's got like a pouch, and he pulls out a like a, I guess it looks kind of like a grenade, and
Don't like
he
that.
throws it at right here. And
Wait, can you show that again?
right here.
Okay.
So I need Iris, Ayla, and the zombie to make dexterity saves.
Yes, sir.
Ours makes a 20.
Oh my god!
And then your zombie.
In progress. 13.
So Iris, you take half of 28 damage.
Jesus.
Your zombie takes 28 damage. And Ayla, you take 28 damage as he throws this grenade, and as it lands, it bursts into like a spray of like this caustic material that coats your body, and it starts to burn. Like you feel like your flesh start to burn. You feel you see a smoke starts to rise off of you, and Ayla, you're actually coated in this fucking material from your head to your toes, and if you don't take an action to kind of like wipe it off of your body, you're going to take additional damage next turn, and that is because you rolled a 1 on your dexterity save.
Yeah. Okay.
And Iris, actually, he is going to. He's going to drink a potion.
Oh shit.
So. And he is going to heal for 14 hits. Okay. And Iris, it is your turn.
Question. Who was all that from this guy, or was that both of their turns? I'm mixing up who's
That
who.
was both of their turns.
Okay.
Okay.
One of them attacked Caden, the other one threw the grenade.
Gotcha. Question. Which one looks more fucked up?
This one down.
Or this guy?
Yeah.
Okay, does he look pretty fucked up?
Yes, very much so.
Ours is going to run over this way, and as she's kind of slides in front of him. Her arms is going to wave backwards as she casts spells. Actually, I should probably figure out how big 20 feet is real quick. 10, 40, that's about 20 feet. She is going to cast Sleep at 4th level.
At which one?
She's casting it right about here, and it kind of just eats up health points until someone falls asleep, then it goes on the next guy.
And does it go least hit points to highest or highest to lowest?
Lowest to highest, I believe.
Yeah.
So this one falls over asleep, but the other one does not.
Okay.
Okay.
Ours gonna hiss at the person in front of her as kind of like the blood from her face drains. You're not going anywhere. And that's the end of Iris's turn as her.
Hold on. He's gonna use his legendary
Oh.
ability and take an extra turn, and he's going to attack you 3 times.
Cool. Let's do it.
What a dick.
23, 20, and 20.
As he goes in to attack, Iris is gonna just repel him back with her shield as just her shield is essentially gonna become alive with like snakes trying to reach out and grapple back as she casts shield.
Okay.
And that brings Iris' AC to 24.
Okay. Until the end of the next turn.
Correct.
Okay.
And then Iris's ghostly creature is going to. This doesn't actually do anything. I just think sounds cool because it's something it can do, but it doesn't actually like affect anything.
How many hit points does that thing have, by the way?
It has 48 total, and right now it's down to 20.
Okay.
It's going to. I cast it at a higher level
Yeah, I
than
get
the
it.
normal spell and necromancy shit.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't the 13 from that and it was dead, but that's fine.
No.
Go.
It's going to pass through the guy in front of me, and then just pass through to the behind it and make 2 attacks with advantage.
Okay.
Oops, that was the wrong number. 24 for the first.
Okay.
24 for the second.
All right. It's gonna take the damage, but it's also going to use its second legendary ability, and it is going to counterattack both of those hits.
18 and
Both?
15.
Dang.
24. Does that hit the
Hits.
zombie?
Yes, it does. And the 11 does not.
So it's gonna take anyways, it's gonna take 8 damage, and
It
then
does not take poison damage. Or it is immune to poison, but I don't think that. Oh, damage immunity is poison. Yes.
okay, so it takes 8 damage,
Okay, it's down to 12 health.
and then it's gonna counterattack the other one. Uh, 22. Oh no,
Hits.
I rolled twice. Sorry.
Okay.
I forgot that I rolled twice up higher. Right? I did. Yes. It was 24 and 11.
And that is the end of my turns.
And how much damage did you do?
18 plus 15.
Okay, so 10, 20, 8, 29, 33. 33?
That sounds right. Yep, 33.
Okay. He still looks good. Ayla, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to cast not Hellish Rebuke. I'm going to cast Witch Bolt
Okay.
on the guy that's right in front of me.
Okay.
So 25, does that hit?
It does.
So apparently that is only 5 lightning damage. That sucked.
Oh.
Okay.
But it stays
and
up.
then That's concentration.
Yeah.
Is it concentration? Oh shit. So that means I don't have that thingy anymore. Shield of Faith. What I wasn't sure about this witch bolt was like
Yeah, but-
every single time like it's my turn that just goes automatically, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't
and you can
take
still
any
attack,
in my
yeah.
turn. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it requires an action to activate.
No.
Well,
Well,
that's
Or
what I
both.
just did right now.
yeah, I don't think it requires it each time.
So blue energy lances out
'Cause
to
otherwise that spell would
moment.
suck.
Sustained arc
Yeah.
of lightning between you and the target. Make a ranged spell attack against the creature.
Oh,
On a hit, the target takes 1d12
Oh,
lightning
you know what?
damage.
I think it just doesn't cost a spell
Nope,
slot.
wrong
That's
one.
what the benefit of it is. So I think you're right. It does take.
Yes. Correct.
Oh, so it does take an action to redo it.
Yeah, but it doesn't cost a spell slot.
Hold on.
But
In each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal 1d12 lightning damage to the target. So basically, you could just sustain it, use your action, like, say you wanted to cast a bonus action spell, you could maintain this spell and still cast, like, bonus action spells. And you don't have to roll the hit again. It just does 12 damage.
oh, it just
Or
does some damage.
1d12.
Or okay, yeah, one.
Yeah, it just does 1d12 damage.
Okay, gotcha. That's yeah,
That's not
that'll be it.
So is that everything?
Yeah.
You cast out first level, or
It's a cantrip, so I think it has to be first level, isn't it?
Is it talking to me?
Yeah, is it a cantrip or is
Oh,
it?
I accidentally clicked it.
Yeah, but
I
is it a?
was-
What level spell is it?
Oh, my bolt, my witch bolt.
Yeah.
That's just a 1.
Okay.
you can't upcast
So
it.
you know, just so you know, you can do what's called upcasting it. So you can expend a higher level spell slot
Oh.
to do more damage.
Oh, okay. Well,
Not always the
dumb.
best option. Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, say if you used a third level spell slot to cast it, it would do
Uh-huh.
3d12.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me just do it as an example. Okay. So it would just do the 9.
So it would
The heck?
9 plus the 7.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how that works.
So see how it says the higher level cast? That's the
Yes,
extra
I do.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll keep that in mind.
Did you want to add the 9
Mm.
damage to that
Yeah. Yes.
and expend the higher spell slot?
Yeah. I'll click it down.
Okay.
Oop! Ah! I clicked at the wrong button again. I'm sorry. My mouse is really sensitive right now. Like every move is just like bloop, 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 really
No
fast.
worries. Don't worry about it. So I think Abigail's going to lean back against the railway, like the edge of the thing, and just watch what happens, I think. Caden, it's your turn.
Yeah. I was seeing how haste would interact with Witch Bolt, but from my understanding, it'll cancel it if she uses her action to do anything but Witch Bolt.
Technically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So
If you use your action for something else, then Witch Bolt goes away.
It's a very finicky spell.
well, this is dumb.
So the benefit of that spell is if you hit somebody with it, every single turn you can just do damage.
Mm-hmm.
So like
It's not the best of spells.
it's a cool spell, but it's not like it's not one of the OP type of spells.
There's a reason that's level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I gave it to her, could she? Oh, I think haste makes you have to do a weapon attack, huh? Right or no?
No, it just means you get 2 actions.
So could she Witch Bolt? Witch Bolt?
Yeah, it says you spend your action to do damage, so I think so.
That's intense.
So yeah, I'll turn you up a notch. Let me see. What do I need to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and say yes because I could make the argument that that's technically casting 2 spells in a turn, but
Oh yeah.
It's
I'm
not
gonna
casting a
just
spell; it's maintaining it.
Oh,
I
that's
understand
true.
that. That's why
Oh.
I agree with that sentiment. That's why I'm gonna let you do it.
Creature that you can see within-
That's
Alright,
actually
range
really
30
intense.
feet. Okay, yeah, you're within 30 feet of me. So yeah, I'll I'm gonna point my rapier at you, and the music is gonna pretty much like a beam of light like shoots you in the chest from my rapier for a second, and you can feel like the music in your blood. That's pretty much your lightning is now like as it's pulsing out is like going to a beat. Alright, there you go. Let me cast it.
So what is that? Do I do something right now?
No,
Nah,
on your turn you're gonna get 2 actions. So
Yeah.
like with that spell, you could just do double damage,
Yeah, I'm actually gonna run up near you.
and you could move twice as far and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you also get +2 to AC, and
Yeah.
advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Hello?
I was just reading.
Okay.
So there, it says that action can be used only to take the attack. One weapon attack only.
Plus 1 face for if it's true.
too good to be true. Because that would have been fucking awesome.
No, I know.
Like, I think the game could do better with getting shit work like
Yeah, 'cause
together.
that's whatever. If you want to cast it and her be able to do double damage, I'll fucking
All right. For this instance,
Yeah, just because it's cool.
sounds good to me. Hey, my turn.
Okay. Might not matter.
Just getting melted right there.
So after he's like got this thing attacking him, he looks around and turns and uses the
That's it.
disengage action and runs to the edge of the thing here and leaps off the edge.
He's dead.
And as he's falling, you see him drink a potion, and as he gets closer to the bottom, he
Iris
starts
is,
to slowly
for the
fall.
record, if he isn't I thought we were still in turn order.
We are.
Okay, go on.
So as he's getting to the bottom, I'll let you go. You can act as he's falling if you want. So what are you
Iris
gonna
is
do?
absolutely going to get towards the corner and cast Eldritch Blast.
Oh
16.
no, you don't.
Not the best of rolls.
16. That is going to miss.
Okay, and actually I have to make one for each attack. So the second one is even worse.
Yeah, that one misses too.
And she's gonna yell at her thing to go chase him. And the apparition's just gonna fly through the wall and literally just fly down towards it, but he's falling faster than it's moving.
Oh yeah, he's much faster. Ayla. So he has landed on the ground and he's starting to run away. What are you gonna do?
Okay. How about how far is that?
So the tower's probably 60 feet high,
Mm-hmm.
and so about probably like 60 feet, 70 feet.
Okay. So, okay, if I were to, so if I go to the edge of the building, it's 60, 70 feet. So which one is it? Because I need to know, because I have the spell that's a 60 foot
Yeah, it'd
range.
probably be about 70 feet.
Okay.
You have Dimension Door, right?
I do have Dimension Door. But I have just one spell slot for 4th level, so I'm like, because that just takes an action, so what can I do after I Dimension Door down to him?
So I don't know if this matters, but you see as Abigail is walking nonchalantly towards the edge of the tower. I don't know that Ayla could take that for what it is. She doesn't know Abigail that well.
Okay, what if I yell command and say stop?
Does that spell have the range?
Let me check. Ah, it's 60 feet.
Most of your spells are going to be 60 feet.
Hold on. Ooh, this one's 120 feet.
There you go. That'll want to
Okay.
work.
Guiding bolt. And then let's see, do I have a level? I do have, okay, yeah. I'll do, because of my last level 3 spell. So, 10.
25.
Clerics are weak.
25 will hit. And so as he's kind of running away, your guiding bolt, this is the one that kind of opens a hole in the sky. Yeah, so as he's running, like a hole opens up underneath above him, and this bright flash of light shoots down. And what does it look like as you kill this man as he's running for his...
Oh shit. Really, it just like the light comes out and it gets him, and I want to say like he freezes like mid-step, like in his body flashes like it just flashes like it's lightning, I suppose, and then he falls over stiff. We'll just go with that.
Okay. So he kind of falls to the ground, and Abigail kind of walks up behind you, and she kind of pats you on the shoulder, and she says, "Nice job." And she looks at you, Caden, as everyone's kind of either dead or
Asleep.
Asleep on the tower, and she says, "This is why I didn't want you showing up on my doorstep."
Well,
If
how
you
was he
told us
supposed to know
so,
that?
perhaps you should send in a letter next time.
Abigail gets 2 people yelling at her. Like, how are we supposed to know?
So, she basically ignores both of you because she's annoyed with this, and she kind of like stomps down over to the stairs, and she says, "Clean this up. I have to make sure
Wait.
there's no more downstairs."
He's still alive. Would you like to interrogate him for us?
She ignores you and walks downstairs.
I guess we will.
So, you guys are gonna go interrogate the other one. Do any of you guys check the other one's body?
I'm gonna check it because for like its loot, but not like if it's alive.
Okay,
Because it's
other
dead,
dead
right?
guy. There's
I
one dead,
just-
one alive.
correct.
Oh, yeah, the dead one. Yeah.
I just, because if you're gonna check that one first, I'm gonna describe that character because it may matter. Do you do that before you talk to the other one?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So as you kind of walk over to this assassin, you kind of pull their mask off, and you actually notice that this individual is maybe 15, 16 years old. And like you, as you're kind of looking at his uniform, you can notice the difference from the other one. He appears to have kind of like an extra piece of his armband, that's like tied around above his shoulder, with from roll an insight check to see if you would know what this means.
Okay.
You can probably guess, but whether or not I just straight up tell you. Yeah, you just notice that his uniform has something on it that's different from the other two.
Can I like take it off?
Yeah.
You said it's like an armband, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it has some writing. Do you speak? What does? Do you speak Draconic?
I do actually.
Oh, so it doesn't like straight up like say the word like trainee or whatever, but it's like some word that basically means like student or mentee or something like that.
He's just a child. And I'm like kind of clearly distraught.
So you can take his dagger. His dagger is a magic dagger that does 1d6 damage plus 1d8 poison damage.
Okay.
And if you like, as you try to like, do you try to take his cloak or anything like that?
I mean, I want to inspect it. Yeah.
Okay. You can tell that it's got like it's magic, but if you try to like take it off of him, as you try to take it off of him, that part starts to disintegrate into like nothing.
Interesting.
And you search his belt, and you find 2 acid splash potions. They're like those grenades that the
Yeah.
other person used, and they do 2d12 damage in a 10-foot radius.
Nice.
That's all you find on that one. So this assassin is just kind of like lying there asleep. What do you guys do?
Get his body for
How long
loot
does
too.
he sleep for?
1 minute, so he's probably got like 30-ish seconds left. That being said, I just recast the fucking spell.
So as you're kind of like sitting there, he's starting to like groggily like kind of begin to wake up.
Ours is gonna.
Tie that bitch up.
Oops, I just said something that did some other shit. Ours will go ahead and unsummon her fucking whatever the hell this thing is,
Okay.
and recast sleep at 2nd level.
Okay, and he's continues to sleep.
Okay. Take his shit off, and let's time up.
Yeah.
Do you got
On
rope?
it. Of course.
All right.
I think we all have rope at this point.
Do we have to take off his clothes?
No,
Well, doesn't that make him turn invisible?
sure. Take off his clothes.
Oh, sorry.
As you try to take off the clothes, it disintegrates as you take it off.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
As you're looking at Iris, she still looks like most of the blood in her face is gone right now. She looks pretty
Does-
fucking well.
I mean,
Does
go ahead. No, go ahead.
does this guy also has the same armband as the other one?
No,
What does he have an armband at all?
no.
Does he look young?
Mid-20s.
Okay, still.
So you guys are gonna tie him up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Right up
so
and
we
down,
have-
and then Iris is gonna use Animate Dead on his friend.
you guys
Just
have
to get an
rope
extra body.
and
Yeah, we
woodwork?
have rope.
That's fucked up.
So as you guys are doing this, Abigail comes back up the stairs. She says, "It looks like the rest of the house is clear." So, what did we find out about this one?
We'll tell you right now. And the zombie's just gonna like lock into place with him to help keep him steady. I want him to be able to see the face though.
Okay. So she kind of walks over and stares down at him, and she says, "So, wake him up."
Just
Okay.
gotta wait.
Iris is gonna kick him.
He kind of like shakes awake, and he looks up at the three of you, and looks up at Abigail, and kind of smiles, and just kind of sits there silently.
Why, hello there. I'm glad you're here to help us. And Iris is gonna cast Charm Person. It'll be at disadvantage, and a Wisdom saving check, DC 16.
He has advantage on this.
Damn.
Please, who did you let know we were here?
So let me read the spell real quick so I know what what he has to do. You can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw, and just so with advantage. If your cams are fighting, if it fails the saving throw, it is charmed by you until the spell ends. Until you or your companions do anything harmful to it, the charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed. Okay. He looks up at you and kind of smiles and he says, "We've been watching this place for weeks."
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Why did you attack us? I don't understand. We done nothing to you.
Oh, because we were told if we found out that somebody was spying on our master, then they had to die.
Who's your master? I presume it's Grimshaw, but I can always be mistaken.
Hold on. Gotta look something up. I did not expect to have to answer this question.
If he doesn't know the name of his master, for the
Because
record.
the thing is, they have advantage on not getting fucking charmed.
And then
Like they're specifically trained not to get charmed.
Unfortunately, you could only do so much.
And I rolled a fucking 5. They get a plus fucking 8.
Holy shit!
What's her fucking name?
oh, man.
I have to. I'm sorry. I have it. I just have to find it. I didn't have it.
Not something you expect to pull out.
Her name is.
So weird that Alistair's not here.
It is very silent on your guys' end.
I know it's weird.
It's sad.
Um,
He
Or
wants
it'll
it.
be like 30 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn it. What's her name?
I could ask you again later if you want.
No, I should find it because it matters.
Was it that assassin one that works?
Her name, uh, Master Zara sent us to spy on this area.
That's so sour.
Master Zars. Who is that?
She says, "Of course you know Master Zara. She trained all of us."
Do we know it? Like, speaking of board, do we know? I don't recall this.
You have no idea
Okay.
who this.
I'm
But
like-
this person thinks you're their friend, and like obviously you would know.
Because obviously his friends will be spies like him.
Yes, exactly. But obviously, Master Zara.
She's a little bit.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then he's looking up at you, smiling.
I'm gonna
And-
look to Abigail. Wait, is Abigail in there with us?
Yes, she's standing there looking down at this.
So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we-
like look up and like give her a questioning gaze, like, you know this Master Zara, you know, sort of. I'm trying to convey that and like kind of point to the person.
She looks at you and she says, "I, uh, mm," she kind of thinks for a second, then she looks down and she says, "Ask him, what the name of his, of where he trains. Like, ask the name of the training center."
What's your training facility?
Opens. Um, So,
I will say, depending on how much you want to give us, it considers as friendly acquaintance, and you could take that for what you will.
that's true.
I don't think it makes it
Um,
dumber.
Yeah, and I don't think they have to completely like betray themselves. Like if they wouldn't tell, like if it's something they're supposed to keep 100% secret, right?
Yeah, like I don't think I would tell you certain things I learned in the Navy. Personally, I love you guys,
Yeah.
but
Okay, that changes kind of how I play
That
this
just
out.
makes me want to know. What is it that you don't want to tell me?
I'll tell you a lie, and then you can take it as the truth. But will it be? Maybe that'll be the truth, and that was a lie. Never know. Never know.
So, roll. So does he get to make a save against this?
1 hour duration.
My only thing that I have a question here, and you know what? You can get mad at me. I'm gonna make a save.
That's fine. We'll say he was trained for this, and he still fails.
So
Mhm.
11 plus 8.
Jesus fucking Christ.
19.
I think he looks at you and like he starts to question and yeah, he totally. And you hear uh Abigail all of a sudden say, "Ah, shit." And you
Took out his
hear
throat.
a click in his mouth and he starts to foam at the mouth and starts to like cough up blood and he falls over dead.
Well, there's that.
What a waste of time. Oh no, I still think that was useful. You're welcome, by the way. And Iris doesn't direct that at Abigail. And some colors must start coming back to her cheeks.
Well, that was exciting.
Like, okay, he said that he wanted to attack us because somebody's spying on his boss, but his boss was this person. Are you spying on another person? I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. But why are you spying on this person?
I think Zara is spying on her.
Obviously, I've been here for weeks. I've had to have crabs show up if I wanted to contact you, and I'm sure he hasn't been um, discreet. So I'm not
Why would you
surprised.
choose crabs if you want to be discreet?
It's the only one that I could find that Caden had an acquaintance with.
So this was all about him.
Well, perhaps now you have a better opportunity to give us a better means of communicating.
So I think when you say that it's all about him, she gives you like that smile, like whatever, like you know how girls do. Like I don't know how to describe it, but anyways, uh, she says, "So obviously my cover here is blown. I'm gonna have to find a new hideout." And she kind of looks at you, Caden, and smiles. And
No.
she says, "Can I come home with you?"
No.
I
We've
mean,
already got one stray from Caden.
I don't want this one.
well, it would be.
And she ignores everything you're saying, just staring at you, Caden.
I look at you guys. I mean, it could be. I'm worried about your protection as well as my strays.
It's settled. I'll come home with you then. So, how about this? You guys, make your way home. I'll be there later. I have some things I need to do.
I'm gonna be annoyed. I'm like, I'm sleeping somewhere else tonight.
We're charging you rent.
Iris is gonna get up and just make her way downstairs.
So, I think when you say that, as you're walking by, you see as like you walk by towards the stairs, and you see as a bag of gold kind of like floats over your shoulder,
I knew it.
and you look up, and it drops into your hand.
Hmm.
Guys, gonna.
Mm.
I can't describe like not satisfied, but conflicted as she makes her way downstairs on her face.
And I was like, maybe I'll stay home tonight. We've got to
Um,
file that away in our coffers.
Bring all of your whiskey you have. And she's gonna continue her way downstairs.
Oh, yeah, that would be important.
So I think as you guys leave, the door closes behind you as you guys leave, leaving just her and you up on the roof, Caden. And she's just kind of looking at you.
Well, I apologize for the mess.
And she kind of like smiles, like in a genuinely friendly way, and she says, "It's good to see you, Caden. I've missed you."
It's nice to see you. I'm glad I didn't have to go through too much to find you.
And she kind of like walks up to you, and she just kind of like puts her hand kind of up on your cheek and kind of smiles at you, and she says, "This is gonna be fun." And she pats you on the cheek and turns around and starts walking towards the door. And so what do you guys all make it downstairs?
I have a few questions. The first
yeah.
one is, did we get anything nice off of that second body?
Yeah,
The one that...
same thing. Another dagger, and two. Actually, one acid. No, because the one that had the other one is the one that jumped. This one had two acid splash grenades.
Okay.
And that is all. And so you guys are downstairs. Do you guys want to do anything before you leave?
No, Ayla's pretty much eager. Like, I want to go back and read the book and,
Okay.
kind of talk to Iris about everything.
All right. Hopefully there's no one else hiding out there, but what's the range of your... Do you guys have
Dimension
any dimension doors left?
Yeah, I do.
Let me check. I do not. Wait. Yeah, I do. So we both have one.
I think
Short
it's only
version.
120 feet, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
500 feet.
500 feet.
Okay, that will get you into like. But do you have to see the area?
Yeah.
You have to have an idea where you're going.
Yeah, it says you teleport your current location to another spot within range. Oh, yeah.
So that's a half a mile.
You
500 feet,
arrive
right?
at exactly the spot desired. It could be a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction, such as 200 feet straight downward or upward, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
A mile is 5,280 feet.
Not quite. That's
Wait,
how
is it
none
really?
of us know what an actual mile. I thought it was like 2,000 something.
I typed in.
500 feet. Sorry, you said 2,000 what?
I put how many feet in a mile. It says 1 mile equals 5,280 feet.
Oh, okay. Hold
No,
on, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay.
No one takes Imperial, or... Yeah, it's Imperial?
Yes.
No one takes Imperial system seriously anyways.
Yeah,
So-
honestly.
You guys can dimension door, but you can like dimension door to your front door. Like, it would get you like into the sprawl a little bit.
Yeah, we might dimension door a few times because I have 3 of them.
The only... Well,
I
short
probably wouldn't
version
use them
is...
all, I'd at least use one.
Here's the way I was gonna do it, and you could tell me how you guys feel about this, or if I'm overcomplicating this shit. We jump dimension door somewhere away from the farm. That's the only important part. And then we disguise self and just walk away like nothing happened.
I can't disguise self.
Fuck. Never mind. This is pointless.
The only thing I think, would you like discuss this in front of Abigail?
Yeah, I don't think that's something that particularly worries us.
All right, I think she would be like, the damage has already been done.
This
Fair
is
enough.
protects us going home.
I think she laughs and she says, "They already know where you live."
But they don't have to intercept us on the way. And she's gonna give her a smile as she says that.
Uh, she just smiles back.
Feel like we're giving each other sarcastic ass fucking smiles right now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Iris is she's
I was locking your door tonight and setting spells.
like, you know what you're doing? You're trying to be what is his name? Ilar? Like, you're trying to butt heads with her, so she's just gonna target you now.
And that's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
I think I'm better at this than Ilar.
That's true. I like that we're all yeah.
This group is more fun to mess with because nobody's a baby about it.
Yes, there's that. That's a pretty big difference.
I'm having a blast for the record.
By the way, did this not go a million times better than yesterday?
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
give you that.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not run a game if if I felt like one of my teeth were about to fucking implode. For the record,
For sure. Like, today I actually felt like I was the character. Yesterday I was just trying to, like, fucking...
convey what was written
Yes.
for the character.
Exactly.
I've enjoyed this session significantly.
Yeah, it's been good.
I
Do, 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 do.
I wonder how much, like, how Ayla... Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna have to talk about Iris and yeah, the stuff that she knows about Iris.
This
You
is
guys-
exciting.
Yeah.
This is very exciting. I'm sure thought about the spells I've been casting this session.
I thought it was funny that nobody remarked on the fact that she put 3 fucking glasses in front of you.
1, 2, 3.
In
Because
front of
3?
Iris.
Wait, they were all in front of Iris?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was one in front of each of us.
No.
Nope.
There was 1 in front of each of you and 3 in front of Iris.
Oh my God. No, I didn't pick up on that.
I will
And-
not elaborate further. And then she said a very specific name.
Yeah, I heard that.
Did she whisper that to me,
That
or
was
did she
in-
No,
say
that
that out
was
loud?
that was 100% in your head.
Yeah.
She did
Okay.
not say that out loud.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Um,
Well, we
All right.
can't really sneak away from here, so I guess we're just walking.
and you notice as Abigail's starting to, like, pack up some things into, like, a bag, and she looks over her shoulder and she says, "I'll catch up with you later. You should be fine. I wouldn't expect they had an entire team of assassins, and if they did, they would have tried to. They wouldn't have only had 3 upstairs."
True enough. Well, let's be on our way. And Iris is gonna use disguise self and just make herself look like she didn't get fucking stabbed at some point.
Yeah. Dude, I'm hurt. I'm gonna limp home.
Let's swing by that body we dropped on the way out.
So as you're getting ready to leave, Abigail kind of like stops you, Caden, and says, "Yeah, she has the right idea. You should probably disguise yourself as well." And then she kind of like gets this like crooked smile, and she kind of waves her hand in front of you, and I don't know if the other 2 of you recognize this, but basically she casts disguise self, but like an illusion on you, and makes you look like you did when she knew you. So
Ah.
like Orson, when you were young.
I'll be like, well, that's not gonna draw anyone, like... Well, maybe actually it probably wouldn't draw his attention. Probably didn't know what I looked like.
And she just shrugs, like, and she doesn't actually care. She just wanted to.
Yeah, I have to figure...
She's looking at you fondly.
Ayla, you have any left? Disguise self?
Let me check the level spell it is.
When
level
you
one.
do that, when you say that, she gets
Oh yeah, even.
another smile, and she casts an illusion on Ayla, and you guys notice that she like looks like Did you guys see the storybook that Ayla has? Caden
The one
and
that she just got? No, I don't believe
no,
so.
not the one she just got. The kind of children's book that she got before.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably.
Okay, you see as she changes her into an approximation of the evil kind of witch from that book, and she kind of like gives like a little as she does that and goes back to packing.
Right.
Okay, let's be on our way.
And I also actually disguise herself as something else now. Just like run down. Just someone who would match with these fucking people. I'm not gonna go into the description. Jesus Christ. We're an eclectic bunch.
So as you guys kind of walk out, and you guys are walking back through the sprawl.
That second
Um,
or third body, is it still there?
oh yes, yes,
I presume it's just the same dagger with one acid splash.
correct.
Okay.
However, this one has a like a pendant around his neck. It's got like a red kind of ribbon around his neck, and at the end of it is a viper that's kind of coiled around itself, and it kind of is like a stylized gold viper with two kind of fangs. At the viper has its mouth open with its two fangs kind of extended um around his neck.
Does it come off relatively easily,
Oh
or
yeah,
is that
it's just tied around his neck. You can just pull it
Hmm.
off.
We'll check it out later.
ours will pocket it, and we make our way home,
Okay,
hopefully without incident.
so as you guys are kind of traversing through the sprawl, um, you've noticed this before. This isn't something new. It just hasn't been important until now. But you start to listen to some of the town criers as like while you're walking through, there's people kind of gathering around them, kind of listening to the news, and you hear one of the town criers is like, hear ye, all those things that town criers say. But then he says, word has come down that um, the dragon's armies have moved past the dragon wall um, towards the easterly direction. Orkin, your high king, has ordered all of the forces of Aladun to march north to meet this threat upon the safety of the city. And he says, your king calls on any who are willing to join the fight to step forward and protect your great city. Um, the great royal army will march north tomorrow evening and be in the along the what's the thing the place in the middle that spirals up. What is that called? The ramps. Tomorrow to see.
Ramparts.
Yeah, whatever. To see uh your city's army march north to fight the evildoers. So basically, I'm not good at being a town crier. I apologize. uh, the king is calling forth all the armies. The evil wizard racist people in the north are trying to expand their influence, and they're kind of moving out of the dragon walls, hunting down wizards and stuff like that. And so Orkin is sending all of the defensive forces within Aladun to go deal with that. Um, yeah. Uh,
Oh, this city's about to be a lot quieter.
Hmm.
I wonder how many people they pull from the sprawl. I imagine food and a paycheck is a pretty decent deal out here.
Yeah.
So, and you've been here long enough to know that most of like the city guards, like the sprawl is under the control of Xander, but it's not like Xander has like the guards and stuff like that. The city still sends patrols out into the sprawl to keep the peace. And so there is an influence within that portion of the city so that Xander can't really like operate like without fear. Um, but you know that military force that does that is part of the Royal Army, and so that aspect of this part of the city is going away. Is basically what that means.
So
Oh.
the guards are going to be diminished, essentially.
Correct.
And Xander's gonna have more of a presence.
Yeah, that's not good.
So, did you guys want to do anything on the way back to your house?
Back home?
No.
No.
He needs a nap.
He needs num-nums in a nap.
I guess on the way, Iris will look over. Did you tell us that you wanted to talk to us?
Yeah, I did.
Did you mean just us two, or the whole household?
Well, I think probably best for the whole household, but I guess not necessary for everyone.
Well, you do you. It's what you want to talk about.
Okay.
I don't like her, by the way. Do you trust her?
It's a mixed bag.
I got the feeling the answer is no.
And she's
I
giving you a
thought
pretty
that-
serious look right now.
I don't know. I feel like the answer is he trusts her, but then sometimes it doesn't. Like he has to be read the situation.
Yeah, a lot of it is that I owe her at this point.
I'll
She
take
saved,
that for what
she
I
saved
will.
your life, right?
Yeah, pretty much saved everyone. Just as much as anyone saved everyone.
I need to go back and listen to exactly how that went down again. Do you remember exactly how that went down?
She separated herself with the bad guy in another plane,
Ah, yes.
and they were like frozen as an
Mhm.
image, right? Something like that.
Yes. Yes. Um.
Oh yeah, there's a body in that fucking tower now. Shit. Oh well, not my problem.
There's a body in which one?
There's a fucking zombie in that tower now.
Oh, yeah. Now it'll just be a haunted fucking the zombie
Mhm.
tower. And then next time you guys come out here, there'll just be an infested horde of zombies
God.
across the city.
What have you done?
So, you guys make your way back to your house. Like, how do I want to put this? So I think you guys are. Let me ask you actually. After that situation and everything, are you guys more aware of your surroundings? Like, are you looking for tails
probably.
and
Oh, of
shit like
course.
that?
Especially
Yeah.
after getting attacked by invisibles.
So, everyone roll a perception check. It'll tell you how much detail I give you with this.
I don't know if I actually have Crackles with us right now. I legitimately have no fucking clue. Actually, I think I do.
Who rolled the 17?
Me.
Oh,
Good.
my bad.
Excuse me.
19.
Yeah, now that it's
God damn it.
not trying to read somebody, you totally are aware of your surroundings. It's not a social interaction. You should be fine.
What is it? A wisdom check?
Perception, which is technically.
Excuse me.
My perception is literally the same as my fucking zombie
Yeah.
squirrel. So fucking perception.
Nice. You
19.
guys are fucking aware of your
Alert.
fucking surroundings.
That
So-
happens when someone tries to stab you.
So, I think you guys all kind of were subconsciously aware of your surroundings before. So now you like are thinking back and stuff like that. And you do notice as you're walking, a lot more people like notice you than you would think. Often like,
We are disguised right now, for the record.
oh yeah, all of you guys are disguised. So never mind about all of this, and all of that perception check was based. But yeah, so you do notice. I think I will tell you this with your perception checks. So you notice as you're kind of walking through, now that you kind of have a little bit more information about how things are working in the city. As you're walking around, you notice that there's lots of like groups of kind of younger children, and like you notice them running like scams where like one of them goes up to beg and another one comes behind them and like steals people's purses and things like that. Like you start to notice those things going on within the city. um and it's often like kids as young as like 5 and 6 years old stealing from these people.
Are we
um
pretty, like, do we have a lot of space between us and bystanders right now?
the
So where we
street,
could talk to ourselves pretty easily?
I think you guys will find areas like that. So if you want to talk, you guys can have conversations about that.
We definitely know that they're working for Xander now, indirectly.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
Okay, 1 second.
Or at least I think they are. I presume Zara works for him.
Keep
I
your
can't
hand
imagine
on
who
that
else.
thing that we just got from you know who.
Yes. All right.
Hold on, I'm
And
gonna go
we-
pee real quick, and I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Breeze, just come on.
the cat being catty.
Oh, he is being so needy this whole time. And then I was trying to like do my crystal painting, and he is not happy that I'm leaning over. So
Hmm?
he's like literally like uncomfortably like standing so he can reach my neck and purr, and he's trying to like still do the biscuits while I'm like leaned over and he's like bent backwards.
Okay. I think I just heard it.
You heard him?
Yes.
Come on, Breeze.
Okay, so um, you guys want to discuss anything else before you get home? Because when you get home, I have a whole thing I'm gonna talk about.
I mean, I wouldn't really want to discuss things outside of,
Okay.
you know, that's just me.
So
I have nothing else to discuss.
you guys kind of make your way through the sprawl, and you get to your house. And as you guys walk up to the front door, you all notice there's like a paper wrapped box sitting on the kind of like front porch table. It's wrapped in like brown paper with like kind of linen rope strings tied around it. It's about, I don't know, 4 inches tall by like 5 inches wide, or like 12 inches wide. And it's sitting on the table with a bottle of some kind of alcohol next to it. And there's a letter kind of leaned up against the two of them when you guys get there. And on the letter is the word Caden.
Doesn't
Mm.
cast sex magic.
Um, let me see.
Actually, if it says Caden, I'm not going to. If it was like you said, it says Caden on there.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Okay.
I don't know why. Some reason, if it's directed towards somebody specific, I don't actually care. But if it wasn't directed to somebody, I care more. Huh,
Okay.
that's weird.
So,
Okay.
anyways, that's what you see as you walk up to your house.
It looks like Caden has a package. I'm going to step over it too. I'm not dealing with this.
Same.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Did she?
Can't kill himself.
Did she send this ahead somehow?
Well, she's a magic, so
Yeah,
maybe
no.
I'm going to wash up.
I'm
You have
open
fun
to
with that?
Yep, I'll deal with that.
Scream if something happens. Bye. Are the 2 guards still outside, alive, and not dead in the corner?
So it takes you a second, but yeah, they're still hanging out around your house.
Okay. I was gonna go inside. Don't take too long. Should we gather the others for you?
No, it's late at this point. Might as well just deal with it tomorrow.
Okay. Alright, so I'll head inside.
All right. So what do you do, Caden?
Open this bitch up.
So
Get
what are you opening
electrocuted
first?
immediately. The letter.
Okay. So you open the letter, and inside on like nice parchment is a letter, and it says, "Dear Caden." So when I was a kid, and I was growing up and studying to be the greatest mage in the land, uh, me and my friends used to try to test each other's skills
Oh.
in different games and um, uh, uh, what is it? Feats of intelligence or whatever, like basically different board games. And because we were so busy during our studies, we rarely actually got an opportunity to sit down at a table, put the pieces on the board, and just play a game. So, what we used to do is we would leave each other a package. We'd make a move and then we'd send it off to the other person. They'd make a move and send it back, and so on and so forth until somebody was officially declared the winner. And so, in lieu of your challenge the other day, I thought, what a better way um, of challenging ourselves without or then returning to the days of my youth in which we would play a board game as we passed in the halls. So enclosed is the game that I wish to play with you, and I look forward to receiving your move. And it's signed, and the only sign that you get doesn't have a name. It just has like a flexing arm.
Yeah, figure. Yeah, no. That's funny.
Who is it?
It was the wizard from the auction.
You get that, but not goddamn Gale.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a short-term memory kind of guy.
So
Is it chess?
what are you gonna do? Are you gonna open that package?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. So as soon as you grab the string and you pull it, there is a massive explosion,
Motherfucker.
and of and like a bunch of like graffiti like bursts out of the package, and each one of these little pieces of graffiti are coated in an ink like substance, and they shoot all over your face. A couple of instants later, there's another pop, and a bunch of gas shoots into your face. Go ahead
Of
and
course it
roll
does.
a charisma save. No, a wisdom save.
Alright, hold on. Let me open it. Wisdom save?
Yeah.
My strong suit. Oh, weirdly. Oh, that's why. I know why my wisdom saves are not terrible. Because people mess with my brain.
So like, as the gas kind of shoots in your face, you start to like giggle for a second. You're like, no. And as you kind of like, another thing explodes and another gas shoots in your face, and make a
Jesus
dexterity
fuck,
save.
of course.
God damn you! Um, so, like, as this gas kind of bursts, you're able to like put your hand over your mouth. But this noxious, like reeking, stinky fucking cloud of gas just shoots over your face, and then hold on, one more. Another thing pops open and some more gas shoots on you, and
Just fucking triple
You're
threat.
just standing there taking it
Yeah.
all.
Just fuck,
Like,
fuck.
meh.
where? How did why? Can you have sleep, right? Who had
Okay, I'll sleep real quick.
No, hold on. What is
So
the
good.
what is the D number?
That doesn't have a DC save.
Yeah.
No, like
It's a health thing.
how many D6s do you roll?
Oh. I'm about 2. That can't be right. Jesus Christ, how can I not? 5d8. Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
And that's at which level?
1.
Okay, and then what are the higher levels? Does it change?
2d8 for each level.
Okay, so it's 5. How many D8s? You know what? Cast it at 9th level, or not 9th
At
level.
9 fucking level?
That would be too high. At 7th level.
It's still high as fuck.
Yeah, I still can't go that high. It's
Cast it at the highest level you could cast it.
actually I can't. What level did you want originally? 7th?
Yeah. So 60, 88 points of
Yeah.
sleep.
You just
Does-
needed
is that more
20.
than-
You just needed 23.
So after all of these things happen, the last one bursts in your face, and you just fall over asleep.
Yeah, well, while I'm falling
With-
over, I say knight to F5.
And as you're like falling asleep, at the bottom of the box, like you see in big black bold letters, your move.
Fair enough.
And then it has like a little address.
That's funny. Hey, I'm
And
getting my
so-
rest up. It's just sleep on the floor.
You guys all hear all of these like loud kind of bangs and smacks. What do you guys do?
Of course, run out.
You would think the
we
rogue
took
would
down
learn
the
how to check
mysterious
for
package.
traps. Jesus.
So as you come out, you just see fucking Orsic or sorry, Caden face down, asleep, and all over his body
Confetti.
are these little pieces of paper that are like little fucking arms flexing.
Of course they are.
What the
Is he
heck?
snoring, I presume?
Yeah, I'm fucking
Yes.
out.
Okay.
All
I
right,
was gonna go back inside.
Well, we can't just leave him out here. I'll take the
Fine.
legs. You can take the head.
Oh, and as you guys walk outside, there is this horrid fucking stench, like a million fart bombs.
Nope, he's staying outside. I was going back
Oh
inside.
yeah, and like we run in. Like the guards are there. They'll watch him.
Yeah.
So you sleep. For how long do you sleep with this spell? A minute?
A minute,
I
but
think I
I
stay
feel like
asleep. Yeah, it's bedtime.
he was pretty tired.
Yeah, you just
You
gave
just-
me melatonin and fucked me up
You just sleep outside?
wherever I'm at. Yeah.
Okay. So you sleep there. I think you sleep there for like maybe like 20 minutes,
Fair
and then
enough.
you wake up.
Like,
'cause
well, fuck.
I
where
want
am
you guys to be able to talk if you want to talk when you're inside. But you sleep for a while and you wake up and like you start picking all of this graffiti off of you. And then you start to notice that where the fucking graffiti like stuck to your skin, the ink won't come off. It's just like
God damn
you
it.
have these little flexing fists all over your fucking body and this dark black ink.
Well, I
Um,
think we're just going straight to sleep for the record. Did anyone want to actually talk about anything tonight?
Mm-mm. We went because I washed up and
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you
So-
staying here
Snuggle
tonight,
just-
Ayla?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna, like I said, wash up, and then if I have enough energy, start reading this book.
Yes. Okay. So, you guys are just gonna fall asleep. So I guess, you wake up in the morning and walk in, and you're all covered in this stuff. Um, do we want to, uh, do anything at this point? Like, this is where you guys will basically be at home. You guys can discuss what's going on. Nothing else is gonna happen tonight, but I will answer questions, or you guys can role play. It's up to you. This is kind of will end the session after this part.
The only thing I particularly want to hear about right now is what Caden wanted to talk about, honestly.
All right,
Mhm.
we can do that. Good morning, as I come in with all my flexy arms on me.
Good morning.
morning.
I'm assuming this is from a.
A rash.
I was gonna start laughing.
Hmm.
I think Sarah comes down the stairs and like takes a look at you and starts just rolling on the ground, laughing at you,
To be
and pointing and
actually-
everything.
You fucks. I need a bath because I can't have the conversation I'm gonna have with little flexy.
I was gonna start rolling too.
You fucks.
You go take a bath,
Yes.
and that shit doesn't come up.
All right, we're gonna have to have that conversation another day.
Hey, like, can you just dispel magic on him?
He's not gonna. I'm not leaving the bath.
Okay, I could cut you some slack. It stays on for like a while. You gotta like scrub your fucking body.
All right.
Like you're all pink from fucking scrubbing yourself.
Scrub the red off my skin.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I just imagine you're in there for like an hour, 2 hours.
Can I just tell you, just before you get into the serious part,
Uh-huh.
how happy I am that you just fucking opened the fucking
Of
thing
course.
and didn't even question it.
That's one of the things I wanted to do. Going from being rogue version of him and wizard one is I think he is tired of the paranoia, and he'd
Yeah.
rather at this point take the fucking punches.
Yeah, I wanted it to happen so bad. I really wanted you to fail all your fucking saves too,
Yeah.
but I mean, we can't get everything we
So at
want.
this point, it's a character trait for him to just open shit.
And I love that about Caden.
Okay, so you're clean. You can have your conversation. Sorry.
Okay, I'll come out. All right.
Do you like? I feel like Sarah and Laura are at the table, like drinking. Do you give them any indication that they are welcome or not in this conversation?
Yeah. When I come out, if I see them there, I wanted to kind of, I guess, be transparent with kind of what's going on with me. And I'd like to talk to everyone. And is Ayla and Iris out here too?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
You guys were all at the table. Sarah's like, I could go upstairs.
No, you're fine. It's probably good for you to hear
Okay.
this anyway. Something that's been on my mind lately, and it's been distracting. And I think this whole deal with my father is making it worse. When I first came here, I left. I went to the Feywild, and you know how time works there. I was gone for a long time, come back, and I've been here for almost 2 years now, right? Roughly.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know how much time has gone by in the Feywild. Part of me is regretting leaving. And I don't know if my wife's still alive. Or my kid. Nah.
Are you wanting to go back?
No, part of me hopes that they're still going. Maybe somehow time stabilized or something, but I don't have a lot of hope. It's mostly just closure that I'm wanting. Especially now that I'm not worried about looking for Abigail. Maybe I can find a way just to know. That's
I
I wonder why you're so willing to die. Your life's gone already.
way to say it so bluntly.
I think Iris looks pretty concerned right now.
yeah. So is Ayla. She's kind of like, tearing up a little bit, and because it's like the same thing, like not knowing. She knows how that feels. Um. So
You've
she's
almost
gonna
thrown
go
your life
over.
away 3 times, and now it all makes sense.
I'm a bit
She's gonna
happy.
go over to Caden and give him a rare hug.
Rare Ayla hug. Yeah,
Hmm.
he'll hug you back. I'm not good at this kind of stuff, but I figured it's important for you to know where I'm at with everything that's been happening.
That's yours. You're hurting while going through all this.
It's my fault. I accepted that when I left. That's why we
Mhm.
didn't leave on the best terms. Because I couldn't help myself. I had unfinished business, and I have goals that I want to complete before I go.
Is it worth it so far?
No. Well, I guess some of it. I found you guys. I think that's important.
Squeeze his arm.
And Abigail's alive and not stuck in another plane, so that saves me a lot of trouble. Or it causes more. Who the fuck knows?
Well, Caden, thank you for sharing this with us, and I'm very happy that you felt safe enough to do this.
So,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No,
No,
I
go
kept
ahead.
hearing you go thinking about saying something.
Yeah.
You're good.
I'm trying to decide if Sarah would do anything in this situation. Like, I don't want to take away from the moment with that. I So I think Sarah kind of comes over and um gives you a hug, and then trying to think how she would take this. Uh and she's just gonna ask, so why did you leave if you had a family back there?
Because
Like,
I feel like I got my happy ending, right? Everyone over here, I didn't know what was going on. I felt like things were unfinished.
so
A lot of people.
so what are you gonna do if you've already left, why don't you what did you leave to accomplish?
Kill my dad. It's one. I want somebody to be able to live their life who never got a chance to fully finish theirs. I wanted to pay back Abigail. Those are a few, the main ones.
Well, I mean, you we still have your dad to kill. So, I mean,
And a life to
by the
restore.
way, who's Abigail?
Oh, oh God.
We can cover her later. She'll be here soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
She's gonna let it go. I thought it would be fun. I think she just gives you a hug and kind of nods to you and says, "Well, I'm here to help with anything you need."
And we will be sure to make sure that the sacrifice that you did is worth it.
Iris is gonna just get up and I imagine we have the book that we're selling that has to do with time somewhere nearby. She's just gonna pick it up and start reading.
Okay. Um. Okay. Did you guys want to do anything else, or
I think that was
No.
it for me.
okay? So I think that is kind of where we'll end it tonight. Um.
Sounds like a plan.
Anyway, so what did you guys think? I think today was much better than.
Yeah, it was good.
Hmm.
It's got some combat in.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoyed it.
So, Ayla, how do you want to handle this book that I gave you? Sorry.
Sorry.
Are you just gonna fucking like try to read it all in one day? So next session I should have the whole thing ready to tell you the whole story?
Yes.
Or okay, so that is your priority.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you, you guys don't have any super pressing issues other than that book, right? But
Mhm.
she's gonna come get it. Are you guys like? Do you think this would be a time where you guys might spend a couple days just kind of like letting things happen in the city?
We do
Or are you
have a
guys?
couple of issues. There's a few things we do need to deal with.
So are these things that like that we could like kind of like montage them?
I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
not technically. One of them is selling either the book or a fake book to those people, or we just tell them to F off.
So, okay.